What's going on, everybody? Welcome to GrapeApe's Reaver Express. Happy to see you guys. Um, we are here for episode 4, and when we last left our players, they had entered into a tent with the hugest man any of them had ever seen. He was being fed by 12 emaciated, starving servants. And each one of these servants looked like they would benefit from just a mouthful of the food that they were shoveling in this man's face. Um, After being invited in to guess this man's weight, they each gave a guess on the size of the person and how much he weighed in pounds.
Was his name
If
Leon?
his name is Momo.
Oh.
His name might have been Leon last game, but I changed it, and it's
Oh, like an
Momo
airplane,
now.
and Leon's getting larger. No, you guys don't remember that?
I do, but I didn't think of that.
Oh, okay.
And so, if they're correct, they will get to choose one of the prizes that he is offering and be invited to a feast for kings at a big buffet table to the right. But if they're incorrect, he gets to choose one of their weapons. And as far as game wise goes, everybody, we've had some players level up to level 1. Those players have rolled some of their stats in secret and chosen classes in secret. Some of them don't know what each other are, and we will find out in the adventure. And we will see how that often asked question, how do they go from level 0 to level 1? We'll see how it's addressed on the Reaver Express. But first, let's do introductions. Cirrus, tell us who you are.
As a person or as Daphne? Because that's two totally different questions here.
As a person this time.
Oh, as a person. So I'm just the guy that takes up space and part of your screen, and I've been playing RPGs for many decades, and I'm here to entertain people playing DCC. And that's about it.
Let's find out a little more about you. Do you have any pets?
Sure, I think I do. I mean, I have a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old, two boys, so they count as pets.
They do, especially
Yeah.
when they're old enough to work.
Well, yeah, I do. I put them. That's how I level up characters. I just give them sheets like this, and I keep have them roll dice. That's how I got my level 4, my 4 0 levels. Keep rolling so you get some 18s on the 0 levels.
All right, and next we have Gossamer. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and if you have any pets.
Hey everyone, I'm Gossamer, also known as Sarah. I do not have any pets, though I do have a degree in pets. I have a degree in zoology, though that's not what I'm doing for my career. So that's a random fact about me. And
Nice.
when I'm not playing RPGs, which is my primary hobby, I dance. That's my other kind of main outlet is swing dancing and blues dancing.
Very cool. All right, Lou, let's move on to you. And you are muted.
Nice.
All right, how about that? All right. So I'm Lou. I'm a school teacher by day, game designer, writer, player by night. Pets, I live on a farm, so we got some cows and chickens and more cats than I can count with all my digits.
We know you have chickens.
Do I gotta do a favorite color? I can't remember the questions. What all we got?
I think we did a favorite color last time. Any pets in the house? Any dogs or cats?
No, my kids just keep badgering me and my wife about getting a dog, but I don't know, man. There's one time, and this is gaming related. One time I was playing a game at a friend's house. We had like a big bowl of popcorn, and a bit of popcorn dropped on the floor, and I was a bit younger, more crazy back then. I just grabbed it off and threw it in my mouth, forgetting that it had cats. It was like covered in cat hair, and like after that, no pets in the house for Lou.
That is traumatizing. Kind of like this funnel. All right, Organic Bite. Mark, tell us about yourself.
My name's Mark. I go by Organic Bite on Discord. I live in California. I don't have any pets, but my background is a bunch of California poppies, this is the time of the year. If you're ever in California, the poppies are blooming. So
When it's not on fire.
When it's not on fire, yeah, but after the fire, then the flowers then bloom more. So that's California. So um, yeah, so I just happen to have this. If I go out and go hiking and take pictures, people always say like, "How come there's no people in your photos?" Because I just take pictures of flowers and trees
Flowers.
and mountains and stuff. So
Nice.
Awesome.
All right, Warnock, what about yourself?
I don't have any pets. Let's see. Avid motorcycler. Love the outdoors. Huge sports fan. Really sad today because the Sox lost opening day. But hopeful for the season.
What kind of socks?
White
The Red Sox.
Red
Oh.
Sox.
and
That's,
what kind of
You only
motorcycle?
count. What's that?
And what kind of motorcycle?
Oh, I have a tiny, tiny little Honda Super Cub 125 that I zoom all over doing that.
Ooh,
And
fun.
I'm like 6'3", so I look hilarious.
And
But
last
I
but
love
not
driving
least, sorry. Last but not least, Zerathon.
I like to go to bullfights on acid, skinny skiing. Oh wait, no, that's from Caddyshack. I
any
used to
pets?
go.
Do
What?
you have any pets?
With my last one, my last dog just passed away recently. He was
Oh, I'm
18.
sorry.
Let's just, let's punch things up on a high note. Let's get things going in a really good mood. Yeah.
Oh man.
Uh,
that was rough.
No, he was 18, man. He was like blind and deaf and
Good life.
arthritis and
What
you
kind of
know.
dog was it?
Beagle. Yeah. So now we're down to like guinea pigs and then children. So and yeah, I used to go swing dancing a lot when I was younger.
Nice.
A lot. And salsa and all that stuff. But yeah, not a ton. I used to have a motorcycle. I used to have. This is going to be a lot of stories about things I used to go hang gliding. I used to fly.
One more story and that's it.
Okay, but then I had kids and I gave up this and that and this and that. And that.
All right.
Now I play D&D with them, or
All right.
DCC maybe.
So we should be on the page, Elena, for the Feast of the Kings in Roll20, and hopefully everybody can see that. We didn't have a couple tokens, so Visici, I put you right outside the tent. I wasn't sure if you were in there. And Siegfried, is everybody where they remember themselves being?
Yep.
Yep.
Right. So the last guess was 1,000 pounds, which I believe was given by Egg. You hear a booming voice laughing, echoing through the dry tent. Incorrect.
Ah.
Step forward. Step forward. Please show me your weapons so I can choose one.
Wait. Well, then what's the right answer?
1,100 pounds. And he pats his belly.
I thought we were
You were
fighting them already.
Oh, there's no fight going on here. We're just talking. He is step forward. Show me the weapons. A deal is a deal. You guys step forward.
All right.
Yeah.
Task
Or
will
we
go
would
up
be right
there
up
and he'll brandish his short sword.
All right. Curious, what kind of weapons are you sporting?
My charming personality mostly, but when in doubt, I rely handily on this staff I'm using.
All right. Sarah, you've got a crossbow that he is eyeballing, and what else?
Yeah, Orkley's got the crossbow. He's got his feather boa, and he's got 2 clubs. And Burkham, the dwarf, has a pick that he holds, and he's got a dagger in his belt.
We're gonna
And the
let the
paddle
dice.
ball.
We're gonna let the dice decide. Sirius, you're 1. Sarah 2. Lou 3. Mark 4. Warnock 5, and Josh is 6. Let's see whose weapon he is going to take. That would be a 1. Cirrus, I want your weapon.
Well,
Daphne's staff. Is it all she has is a staff?
well, she has other gear. If you're looking for a weapon, that's all she has.
It is a weapon. You in the corner by the table. Bring me the staff.
All right. She sighs and she looks to her right and left, and Lou, she's gonna make eye contact with you as she passes, and she's gonna say, "Should I give him the weapon?"
Yeah, it's a staff. Why do we care?
Lou, you're on mute.
Lou, are the chickens causing a fuss back there? You're still muted.
On my
There you are.
pictures microphone instead of the one at the bottom. Sorry about that. All right. So Bass will just kind of scratch his head and be like, "It's a weapon, but it's a stick. I mean, come on."
All right. So Daphne's gonna continue walking over the entire time, saying, "Nobody understands when I'm suggesting that we take more violent action. I am going to have words." And she's gonna go over to the large gentleman and hand outright this staff, which she doesn't really, have any emotional sentiment to. She
Momo reaches out and greedily grabs the staff out of your hand. And you see, I mean, as huge as this man is, the staff looks kind of tiny compared to the man, or it looked normal size for you. But you see, oh yes, he's reaching behind his back, scratching behind his back with it, poking it under his thigh.
He can keep it.
He is. Oh, this is just what I needed. Well, you didn't win a prize, but if you'd like to stay for the feast, you're more than welcome to. Please, have a seat at my table. The food is delicious.
Or
Then he
bolts
says,
over as fast as he can.
yeah, Penny's over there. She's like, I'm ready. I'm ready.
The
Yep.
halflings together are the first ones.
Halflings have rushed toward the table. So if you are staying for a feast, go ahead and seat yourself at one of the chairs. If you would like to leave, then you can exit the tent and head out by Basici.
Wait, we're getting fed?
You are.
If we choose to be.
If you choose to be. It's totally voluntarily.
There's never anything that's happened bad in this funnel so far by complying with what's going on. I'm definitely going to go have a seat and have some food.
You guys had cookies and tea with the little girl and got a little bear helper.
Yeah, lots of good information too.
So she says,
"Who's there better to sit next to?" Let me see.
"Feed my guests." And a couple of the emaciated servants begin rushing over. Goblets appear on the table, brass goblets, and the emaciated servants bring wine over, filling each of your glasses. As you can see 4 still rushing back and forth to the kitchen to continuously feed Momo. Please, please eat. Now, on the table right next to the burners, you'll see a big roasted pig. And so this servant is beginning to shave off slices of the pig that he will bring over to you. Set on the table a steaming platter of ham, steaks. Stuff is just coming out of the kitchen like crazy. Bowls of vegetables, fresh sweet corn, mashed potatoes. It is an entire feast.
Is it pig or long pig?
It is regular pig.
Okay. Actually, I don't think Thegnarlet would care. Yeah.
Orc, would immediately go to take a bite, and then he would hesitate for just a second, thinking about his last experience, and then he would still just eat it.
The food tastes amazing. Is anyone else eating the food?
Oh yes, Theg is definitely eating the food, because that's what he does.
All right, Cirrus,
Athlete.
what are your characters doing? What is
So-
Daphne doing?
Characters, way to rub it in. But
Character.
so does it look like this meat is really pig? I mean, do I see pig bone structure? This isn't anything
Does it taste like
Daphne would have
chicken?
her suspicions of, considering what's been consumed at this carnival already.
So you look over at Oracly and Theg, who have already began eating it, and you're like, "Is it good?" And they're shaking their heads, stuffing ham in their mouth, and it tastes like ham. It's a ham steak.
All right, so she's going to sit over, and she's not going to consume anything, but she's going to join the group.
All right, Lou, what are your characters doing?
So Visichi's still out here now. Are there actual characters out here with me, or is that part of the dead group there?
I don't think. Oh yeah, those are. You don't worry about those guys down there.
Okay, sure. Yeah, don't worry about
Those
that.
are just.
It's
Those are just
for the
extra
body
folks.
count.
That's how the last game master got me. Okay. Yeah, my Bass will sit there. I don't know that he's real hungry, but if they're pouring the wine on, he'll partake in that for sure.
All right, Mark, how about yourself?
Well, Benny, as a good halfling, is doing the two-handed eating method. One piece in her mouth, one piece in each hand, and yeah, she's definitely enjoying it. Barclay he's just kind of watching around. He's not going to eat any, and Eliana is just a little bit, but he's not gorging himself like Finny is.
All right, and Warnock, what are your character? What is your character doing? What is your chicken doing?
Siegfried, the rooster, is going to look up at the top of the tent. Are there any rafters or anything like that he could sort of fly up to get a better vantage point?
There's kind of poles going off to the side, and then there would be one center pole, kind of like your regular circus tent.
Yeah. So he'll flutter up to the center pole and sort of make his way so he's right over the fat guy in case he has to.
So the
Line up.
center pole would be dead center, holding up.
Oh,
the,
just a pole going up.
right. There aren't any rafters to speak of.
Is there anything that he could get some height on? Anything?
You can
Stacked
jump
up or
on
anything like
the kitchen stove over here, or the little table with the pig on it.
Would there be any like banners or signage inside the tent, or is that all outside?
Give me a luck check.
Oh God. All right.
Definitely
let's
could
try
be a
that.
banner.
Let's try that 3 luck.
And so as we're playing, viewers, if players ask you for something, holy cow, that was close.
Oh,
if the players
yeah.
ask you for something and you're not sure if it's there or not, just call for a luck check to see if it is there.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
just a thing. I never changed my luck when you gave me a point last time, so
Are
it
you
should
telling me-
actually be 3.
this is a success.
This is a success. Yes.
Nice.
Across, right in front of the small little dais that Momo is sitting upon with his throne, a banner is right there that says, "Guess my weight, win a prize."
All right. I would like to flutter up there and perch on it, sort of be ready to go for the eyes if I have to.
Everyone, roll me an intelligence check as you fly up on that little banner up there. Momo definitely sees your fluttering little feathers fly up above him, and he looks at you hungrily while licking his lips. Cook me some chicken! He yells out to one of the servants. All right.
I'll let out a crow in disgust.
All right.
I guess it's more of a dog.
Well, are you enjoying the food?
Yeah, it's great. Thanks.
Now, I promised you a feast for kings. But you aren't the kings I was referring to. Let's roll initiative.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun dun dun. Get a
Watch
Momo.
those
Or,
words.
And at that, you see the emaciated servants begin taking on a more sinister look as their eyes flare with reddish, evil intent. Each of them, as they're bringing over trays, now look hungrily at you, as if perhaps you may be able to sustain their hunger. Oh man, I didn't have the turn order up. All right, let's see. Call out Cirrus. What's your initiative?
19.
yeah,
Gossamer?
for initiative.
11.
Lou?
I'm on 18.
All right, Mark?
13.
Warnock?
14.
14, right?
Yep.
And Zerathon?
114. I mean 10.
10 as well. All right. And I got a 4. I'll have the initiative tracker up next time. My fault. Anyway, let's see. Cirrus, you're going to be up first. Did you eat any of the food?
No, I was very clearly sitting at the table with my friends. I did not consume any of that stuff.
I feel like I want to say that you took a little bite just to test it. You were so wondering how much it tasted like. But what would you like to do?
So they're attacking at this point, correct?
It appears that way.
So I don't have my staff. There's really nothing I can do. I wish there was something I could do right now, but my options don't exist. I'm gonna pick up my crowbar and I'm gonna tell them to freeze where they are.
All right, maybe you should hide under the table.
What?
I mean, best bet. You know, he took your staff. You don't have a weapon. Hiding might be your best course of action.
Oh, I have tools left. I'll take one of my crowbars out. That's a.
All right, Lou. You did eat some food, didn't you? Drank some wine.
I drank the wine, yeah.
Give me a fortitude save, please.
Sorry. Well, there we go. Come on.
And Daphne, I will say that as you're looking around and noticing the evil intent in these creatures' faces, their demeanor changing, long nails growing out of their hands, perfect for tearing off flesh, you're looking at the sign, taking in the room with your crowbar at the ready, and the words above Momo that say, "Win a prize, press my weight, win a prize," they start kind of moving on the banner, and they're forming different letters. At first you can't make it out at all, but then as you're staring at it, studying, trying to figure out something to do to be useful, it forms some type of arcane script, and with a sudden realization, you know that you can read what is written on the banner. And what spell would you like to gain first, Cirrus?
Well, Daphne just told them to freeze. So let's take that the inverted flaming hands and let's learn freezing hands.
Nice.
So something this carnival is full of mystery. It's full of powers that you guys have not seen or recognized, and perhaps this banner, perhaps everything in here is something more than it actually is. But you're able to discern what it says, and it is the words of the freezing hand spell. Let's see, Lou, that save is good. Whoa, wait, I just checked. That save is good. you get a very bitter taste in your mouth from the wine, and you're pretty sure that it had something in it, the food and the wine, um, but you're able to fight it off. What would you like to do?
Well, first, I'll obviously shout to everyone, the meal has been drugged, and then pull a short sword out and kind of use the chair as a shield between me and the servant coming up behind me holding the sword out. I mean, does it appear he is attacking? I mean, I think you mentioned that before, that they were kind of coming at us.
They haven't went yet, but their visage has changed. They looked emaciated and feeble before, and now they look sinister and starving. As you're looking at them, you notice that each one of them has kind of a ring around their head, kind of like an
They're old
indentation.
kings, and they're the kings, and they're gonna eat us.
Marathon,
That's grinning too much.
take a point of luck for that.
Oh, good. I'll take it.
That is, they are the feast for kings. They are the kings that are going to feast.
All right. Well, then if I can, I'll go ahead and make the first strike.
Absolutely. Give me an attack roll, please.
So I got a D20, and then I got to roll a bonus D3.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think I need that D3.
All right. So that is going to be Miss. And do you have any other characters?
The CT, who's probably just now starting to hear scuffling going on, maybe inside the tent.
I would say he probably is. And as he
Okay.
looks over to the entrance of the tent, a pink smoke covers the doorway. You've seen this smoke all throughout the carnival. Walking into it has transported you to other places. It's prevented your passage, and the smoke once again comes over the entrance to the tent, effectively sealing your friends inside and you outside.
Right. He'll nervously take shelter next to the side of the tent flap there, kind of keeping his back to it, looking out into the distance for bad things are coming.
All right, Warnock, you're up.
Okay. So Siegfried is going to let out his mightiest rooster crow and go right for Momo's left eye.
All right. Give me an attack roll, please.
What's that meme with the duck that always attacks the girl, and he's like, the guy's cheering the duck on?
No, I haven't seen that one. You're going to have to find that one and post it. You notice as you're attacking Momo that he has not moved. He's just chuckling.
Jerry the duck.
Oh, I got a phone.
Oh my goodness. It is not looking good for the group. Things are going wrong. So a 1 is a fumble for all our viewers out there, just as a 20 is a critical, and that is a 6, right?
It's a 6 on the fumble table, so it must have.
As you're coming off the banner, you get caught up in the string of the banner. Daphne, the words fade as you're still staring at it, memorizing the arcane script, and it goes back to guess my weight, win a prize, as part of the banner comes separated from the tent, wrapping you in it and kind of throwing you unceremoniously to the ground. You are going to need to spend the next round getting out of that.
Got it.
And we are up to Mark. You're up.
All right. Well, Fenny has probably eaten 3 people's fill of whatever food was on the table.
So
at this
give me
point.
a fortitude save
Right.
for whoever has consumed any of the food or drink. Do you want to stay in a 6?
Yeah, I'll stay at a 6 for her, and let me Elian also he was eating a little bit. He didn't eat too much, but he did have a couple of bites. So let's see what he gets. Yep. So, and I'll stay at a 12 for that. But yep. So
12 is good. Fenny's stomach begins cramping horribly. I mean, just like something is inside your stomach, squeezing your guts together, and you are in intense pain. Any action Fenny takes is going to be at -2 dice.
then Vinny's gonna say, I don't feel so good. And she's gonna hide under the table. That's what she's gonna do. And Barclay, who didn't eat, smartly was looking around. He's gonna get up with his mallet and swing at this thing right next to him here with the what is that mallet called? Where is it on here? The mole mallet.
A 12 is a hit. Roll me some damage for the mole mallet.
Boing.
12
that
is
12 wasn't me.
successful
That's
hit. Oh, that was the fortitude save.
Yep.
15
So it's
hits
15
anyway.
for 2 damage. And
Alright.
Elion, he had some, but he's going to what's he gonna do? He is he'll jump up over the table if he can and see if he can get over to this one. I don't know if you need me to do anything to get up over the table in a leap.
Absolutely not. Perfectly, not a problem.
Then,
So Barclay smashes his mole mallet down on this one's foot, and you hear the crunching of bones underneath your foot, underneath your blow, temporarily kind of catching the beast, catching the servant, but he is still coming forward. And Elion, roll me your attack.
Elion
Hey, Luke.
jumps up.
Is Luke in chat?
Yeah.
14 to hit for 1
also hits.
damage.
Nice.
One is close on this one. You stab into it, and you feel if you were a tiny bit luckier, it might take it out.
Oof. Yeah, no, he's doesn't have much left on that front, so he'll
All right.
have to stay at 14.
You stab into that one, and it is still coming forward. Let's see here. Is that everybody for you, Mark?
Yep.
And we are up to Gossamer.
All right, so Oracly was definitely stuffing his face. He ate a bunch. Burkup did not. So Oracly will roll his save. Ah,
Oh no!
That's a
the
fail.
dice are not with you guys today. Same thing. You feel an intense cramping in your stomach. You bend over, struggling to do any action. All your actions are going to be at -2 dice.
all right. And so he's going to spit out the food that was in his mouth and like whatever he had in his hands, just like chuck it down on the table. And in this like throwing a child tantrum, he's going to stand up and he's going to grab the 2 clubs that he has and he's going to turn around and he's just going to say, and his face is getting red, and he's going to say, "Stop poisoning me!" And he's going to attack with both of his clubs.
And in this moment, something inside Oracly snaps. And you feel like you're aware of certain situations. Like you can call out to your friends to give them perhaps an extra edge in combat or something like that. Or, like, no, put the lever there, right there. I see a little spot. You feel a little bit luck growing inside your heart. And after all the trauma you've experienced in here, you're just sick of it. Your senses are heightened from being, life or death situations, and amazingly, you just lash out with 2 clubs.
So these are, I guess, be D12s then because of the poison.
Yeah, they would be
16 to 14 to 12.
D12, yep.
It's a 7 to hit. And hey, a 15.
Ooh, that 15 is definitely going to hit.
Yay.
And yeah, this one right here, your first club misses, but then reflexively, I mean, almost as if like your body was meant to do it the entire time. Your second club comes around and hits this one right in the side of the head, crushing in its skull with a cracking sound, and it clumps to the ground.
And
And
Burkham on the other side of the table, he is going to, he's always on like alert mode, and when all of this kind of goes down, he immediately stands up. He's going to turn to Daphne, who's next to him, and he's going to say, Daphne, get behind me, and he's also going to hold out his dagger to hand it to you. And do you take it?
Yeah, totally.
All right.
Do you
And
say like Eddie Murphy in Golden Child with the I want the knife? No,
and
isn't that
he's
how you
gonna
got it?
get on top of the table. And
joke
he's
like
gonna
2
kind of.
weeks ago.
What? I did the
So-
same joke 2 weeks ago. I can't hear
I already
knives or
used that
daggers.
joke.
I love that scene.
So he's gonna jump up on the table and kind of take a defensive stand. He's gonna grab his pick in the one hand, and he's gonna kind of just be looking around at the table. Is there some kind of platter or something full of food on the table?
Not really on the table. There's the big platter over on the opposite side of the room with the pig
Okay.
on it. That would probably be your best bet.
All right. So he is going to, yeah, he's just going to stand up on the table and kind of take a defensive posture. He doesn't have any ranged weapons, and that's going to be him.
Okay. Zerathon, I believe you're up next, correct?
Yeah, so I got a 14 on my, because he definitely was eating the pig, whether it was long pig or not, because he's a half, well, it doesn't say so, but the character is modeled after the slave lord who's a half orc. And so I rolled a 14. That's probably over my number. Can I spend luck points or anything like that? Still not sure how DCC works.
You can spend luck points to increase any dice roll. In this case, you do not need to. A 14 is enough.
Oh, hot damn. Then I whip out my hammer, and it's clobbering time.
All right, let's see it.
Can I get over to the one that's in front of that
Omo?
Einstein-looking dude? Like here?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, and I want to roll an attack. And I think that's with that. And I hit that. And I hit that. And I rolled an attack.
Then you hit that, and you hit the guy. You bring your hammer across, cracking into his ribs. You feel the bone and sinew underneath, crushing underneath your blow. As part of his side, the breath inside him, and he collapses onto the ground, wheezing, and then is still. And now it is their turn. Momo says, "Get me that chicken! I'm hungry!" First three come over and attempt to try to get Siegfried out of the banner. Siegfried, give me a agility check, please. As Luke can attest, it's very hard to catch a chicken, but they're going to be
Very much so.
They're going to be giving it a try.
We're going to get swarmed here.
It is possible.
Run, chicken.
All right, the first one grabs a hold of your leg,
No.
but the next one trips over the first one as he gets a hold of you. And then the next one does not beat your 10. So you are kind of ducking back underneath the banner. You're going to have to try to evade or get free of this banner. You're still kind of wrapped up. It was a very clumsy effort. These two are still carrying food. And wait, bring me food first! And they rush over to feed Momo whatever they were carrying. This one comes over to Oracly, and these three jump across the counter and begin coming forward. And let's see, are they going to double move? Yes, they're going to double move. So they're going to rush right up there. And the other one jumps on the table and goes after Fenny. So here's my attack on Fenny.
Underneath the table.
Oh, under the table, that's right.
Yeah, she went under the table.
A 4 is going to miss, so this one kind of crawls underneath on its hands and knees, reaching a hand that's full of just tight skin and bones with long nails on the end.
Even with the double move, they were able to attack?
No, that was the one that was behind Fenny.
Oh.
And then the other one is going to try to bite Oracly. Oracly does a 13 hit.
Ooh, yes, it does.
So, kind of overcome by your newfound prowess, swinging two weapons like a master, your reflexes, your muscles tense. You don't notice the other one. You just put down the one, but you don't notice this one coming up behind you, and it takes a bite out of your shoulder and just tears a piece of flesh off, eating savagely. And that is going to be it for my turn.
That was the 3 points.
Points. Cirrus, we are back up to you.
Right.
Momo doesn't do anything. Chicken the chicken! I want chicken! But he remains seated on his throne.
Does Daphne think that she got enough of the spell from that banner before the fumble oopsed it down?
He does.
All right. So she's going to see if she can get this this freezing hand spell off on the large gentleman over there and all of his friends. We're going to see if we can get something off in their general direction. And she's going to say, "Thank you for the dagger." And then she's going to try her best to pull off this freezing hand plate thing. And she's really confident in the circulation hand problem issue she's had all of her life. Freezing hand. So we'll see what goes here.
The arcane words that you just read on the banner are burned into your brain. You understand them amazingly, and you feel them flowing out of your mouth. You feel the words of power and the tingling going down your arms into your fingertips.
All right. So it is a pretty good, surprising success for Daphne. It produces a blast of cold that I guess cold burns or freezes a single target within range for 1d6 points of damage. So I will definitely take that. That's a success in my book. Here we go.
Nice.
That's an amazing 3 points of cold damage. I'll take that, and that will be to the large guess my weight person.
Oh, really? Momo? He hasn't even done anything to you guys. All right.
Wait, does it seem like he's been commanding these people? I got that impression.
Too late now. You just froze him.
All right, I froze him.
All right, so Momo takes 3 points of damage, and let's get him in the initiative. All right, and we are up to Lou.
All right, Bass is going to attack the servant directly in front of him. This time, he's got a kind of a better feel for how to use his sword thing. Let's see what happens. Attack that. Sorry, guys. Man,
That's all right. So
is there an action die button to hit?
after you hit the attack button on the right of your weapon, a little box will show up and ask if you have any modifiers. So every time after I hit a button on that sheet, I just hit return a couple times.
Okay, I see.
And Cirrus,
okay.
Daphne's fingers extend out toward Momo, and snowflakes, a line of snowflakes begins to emanate from her fingertips and then kind of centralizes into a freezing blast. And he's like, ah! A 6 is going to miss.
Yeah. Now, I do have the D3 I can add on there. I just don't know where I can grab that at.
So on your weapons, once we didn't talk much, me and you, but once it goes up to level 1, then you'll have the attack with deed. So you're gonna have to type it in. So /R1D3. Just like that. /R space 1D3.
Yeah, there it is.
So
All right,
that is
so
going to be
8.
8, which is still going to miss.
How's that for nothing? Thank you, though. All right.
All right, and we are over to Warnock.
Okay, so Siegfried, having been grabbed by the leg, is going to try to go out of the banner away from the grabbing hand.
All right, give me another reflex save.
Boy.
Got a hold of you for a minute, but pulled a couple feathers out. One of them fell over the other one, and you dart out from under the banner as they're fumbling to unfold it and grab you. Which way do you want to go?
Let's see. I want to run under the table or under the. Is there a way to get under what the fat man is sitting on?
No, he's kind of sitting on a platform that's only about a foot, like 4 inches up off the ground.
So I want to try to get under this table.
That is actually a little fire pit. So there's.
Don't want to do that.
They'd be doing their job. You'd be doing their job for them. Yes, the chicken is now cooked.
Under the big table?
I kind of want to get behind the fat guy. Probably.
I'm gonna have
I'll
to
go.
say, let's roll a D8 and see which direction you go.
Okay.
So you were kind of caught up anyway.
I just want to run away from the grasping hand. My little
want
chicken.
To get out of there any way you can.
So I did 1.
1 is going to be north. So that doesn't make much sense. I guess I should. So you run up to the wall straight up here, and kind of scoot right around the corner behind the chair. And we're gonna say, do you want to stop right behind the chair?
Yeah, I want to stop right behind the fat guy.
I think that'll work. All right. And now we're up to Mark.
All right, you said the platform's only about 4 inches tall. Is that what I heard?
4 inches height off the ground. So he asked if it was hollow underneath.
Yeah. Okay. Because what Finny was gonna do is skirt her way under the table and try and work her way around behind him if she can, kind of quietly sneak around and kind of get over to try and get up behind the big guy.
You can definitely try it, but you will get attacked by the one that is trying to grab you under the table.
So there's one under the table with me?
Yeah, the one that tried to attack you.
All right.
Where?
I don't see the token, so that's why I don't know where the
you don't see this token right here, the white one?
No, there's no token there.
No token.
There's no token there. What?
No.
You got him. How many you got hidden under there?
Might be on the DM layer.
There's
Invisible
gotta
token.
be a token there.
No.
You guys don't see a token right here.
Go look in the
No.
Go look in the screen that Vitani's sharing. She doesn't see it
All
either.
right. You see a token right here now?
Yep.
Yes.
See that one?
Yep.
All right,
That was a good trick.
Get rid of this guy.
I was wondering who was attacking him before. I was
Yeah,
like,
I
there's
didn't.
nobody
I
else
didn't know.
down
Like,
there.
nobody
What
under
is he
there.
talking
But okay.
Maybe I just don't understand DCC. Even if you kill something, they still get to attack before the end of the round, or
Do you guys see all the other tokens on there?
well, it
Well,
depends.
Yeah, there's three over here.
Yeah, 3, 6,
I wasn't sure who was
7, 8.
attacking Oracly. Is
Yeah.
there one near him?
You see this token right here?
We don't see
No.
that one either.
No, there's no
What
token there.
happening here? All these tokens are on the token layer. I have no idea why they're not working.
I think Sarah called it out. DM, maybe you got him on the DM layer.
Oh, they're all on the token layer.
There, I can see that now.
Yeah. What's
Yep.
the DCC rule for
Fair
too
to
many
fear
players
here.
on the field?
No, I don't know where you're thinking. There's nothing there.
Offside, right?
All right. So
All
let
right.
me go. So go ahead with what you're gonna do.
I think if we can't see them, then they're dead. I think should be the rule.
Absolutely.
Whoa. Where'd they
These
come
guys, these guys were trying to get the chicken out of the banner. Those are the guys that fumbled over the chicken.
Keeps
yeah.
adding more and more and more.
I mean, there are 12 of them, and you killed
Right.
2, so that means there's 10
You got
left.
too many. Whoa! You got too many kings. Got to get rid of some of these kings.
All right. So apologies for those tokens not showing up. I have no idea why that happened. But
All
Penny,
right.
what are you gonna do?
All right. Well, I guess she's gonna have to strike at this thing that's been attacking her. So she's gonna get out her dagger, and strike at the one that's right near her. Oh,
Ooh, that's a
that's
critical
2
hit.
points. That's a crit 2 on the. It's a 2 on the crit table.
Just like we had the fumble, Fenny, you've been under a lot of pressure too. But in different circumstances, as you're scraping underneath the table, trying to sneak up on the big guy, you look down at the grass underneath you, and right in front of you is a perfect 4-leaf clover. Reaching down to touch it, you feel an energy flow into you. And you feel like
You can
you're
take
a
on the
little bit
whole empire.
luckier. A little bit luckier than you were before. And you feel like your arms and legs and reflexes are toned from being in these circumstances. You've learned to adapt and strike out and lash out with a fury in any effort to survive with whatever is in either hand. And you got a crit on the 2, right?
2
2 on
damage
the
and
crit.
2 on the crit.
2 damage is enough to kill this guy as you stab him right in the forehead as he is coming toward you. And, you know,
Don't feed me food that's poison anymore.
he just thunks to the ground as your blade just inserts right into his forehead as he was grabbing at you.
All right. With that, after she takes him down, she's gonna try and move under the table still towards that end. And then Barclay, with his trusty mole mallet, is going to strike at that one that's right close next to him. Get to the right tab here. And or does no.
Or is not going to do it. Sarah, you are up. Oh, wait.
I got Ellie on 2.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
He's going to step forward against this one right in front of him with his dagger and strike at him. Also missing. Just where'd they all come from? They were invisible. Now they're here.
I can't explain that. They were all on the token layer.
Okay, that's all of me.
So Momo steps up and he says, "Oh, fine, I'll get it myself." And he comes off the platform, and you just see a mass of a man undulating and muscles underneath fat just flexing as he charges forward. I'm hungry! And he is going to go for... he's going to try to hit Oracly.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oracly. Whew.
Nice.
And that
It's
looks
too
like
small.
it's going to miss. But Gossamer, you are up.
Right.
He does kind of push this, get out of my way, and shoves this guy over to the ground. That guy is going to be needing to get up on his turn.
All right. I think with that, then Oracly is going to kind of like take a step back, and his stomach is just like wrenched, and like he's in so much pain from this poison, and his eyes are starting to go crossed a little bit, and he's with the sight of this massive being now kind of in his grill and almost taking a chunk out of him after just getting a chunk in the shoulder. He's gonna kind of like collapse and just like reflexively like scurry back underneath the table and like take a breath.
All right.
And so he's, I guess, maybe he's gonna like try and just go unnoticed.
Well, and As a matter of fact, the guy that just attacked you, he got knocked to the ground, so he's kind of on his hands and knees. But give me a hide check, please. Because they kind of knew where you were at, and you disappeared after he did just try to take a bite out of you. It's going to be pretty hard to hide, but you can definitely duck underneath the table and get away.
It's a 14.
All right, I will let you know if you're hitting. And what about Burkham?
All right, Burkham is going to he's
Thanks,
going
Troy.
to he's going to protect his fellow comrades, and he's got his pick in his right hand, and he is going to leap off of this table and just come straight down at this big fat man and try to strike.
Okay. That is not going to hit.
Yeah, I guess that's it for him.
Even with so Burkham,
Yeah,
kind of a similar thing. You feel like your heart is exploding with wanting to do something mighty and save everyone.
Mm-hmm.
You've been through all these experiences. You survived devious traps and horrible monsters, and you're trying to find these lost kids, and you're just motivated by great heroic feats. And as you come down and try to crush this huge man, you're like giving it all you got. It's not enough. You need to drive yourself harder. You need to have a
and he just
savage powers.
Yeah, he kind of he probably bounces off of the fat man a little bit, like as he was trying to hit him, and he kind of just like lands on his feet and just like takes a deep breath and tries to focus for next time. And that's me.
All right, Josh, you're up. Not looking good.
Yeah, outlook not so good. Well, am I engaged with these guys in front of me right now?
No, they just rushed over.
Can I step around and go try and kill the fat man?
Of course.
Or whatever, Leon.
You can.
Yeah, let's just do that, and we're gonna give him an attack roll with my mighty hammer, and how's that gonna go?
I hope it goes well for you, because your guys' dice are doing horrible.
Yeah, we have not had hot dice. 13?
13 is going to hit.
All right, and it does 4 damage. So.
All right. You take a big, deep cut into this guy, and he's... But he is still very feisty. At this point, Visici, you're standing outside and trying to figure out what's going on. 3 other people come up behind you. They're like, oh, you recognize them immediately as other villagers from Fallon. What's happened in here? We started out as a group of 20, but it's only the 3 of us left. We're trying to find the children. And the pink mist in front of you dissipates ever so slightly with the arrival of the new 3 towns.
My colleagues, they've gone in there to try to find them. Quick, let's see if we can offer them aid.
Let's see if we can offer them aid, because the starving kings are now going to try to get some food. Let's see here. Let's go with these other 3 are still trying to get this chicken. They were told to get the chicken, and they have to serve.
Come and get it, boys.
One of them's trying to climb around the other side. These 2 rush over toward Daphne. This one stands up in front of you, but Daphne, you've got 2 that are going to try to rake into you, tearing off your flesh. 4 is probably going to miss, but a 20. As you
Ooh.
dodge one of them, the other one bites into you, tearing a chunk out of your hand. And he greedily chews it down. Yes. Blood dripping from his mouth. More.
Yuck.
Siegfried, I need you to give me a reflex save, please.
Yay. Thanks,
Come
Curtis.
on,
Patrick.
chicken.
So
Hey,
one of
Patrick.
them,
Oh,
is that Canadian Ancient Gamer? Did he just hand out some subs?
Nope. I don't think there's any left to hand out. He just pitched in to make the hype train happen.
Nice. Thank you, Patrick.
What do we get for bits? Do we get like luck points back?
Ooh.
We haven't discussed it yet, but it's definitely something we can discuss. We'll have to figure that out. So these guys, one has gone around one side, one has gone around the other side, and one is reaching over the back, and they are trying to grab onto you, Siegfried.
Phrasing.
God.
And they
Oh.
do. So this guy has you firmly in his grasp, and you are grappled. You will need to break that to try to get away or attack and kill him. But they are going to attempt to move you over to Momo's mouth.
Right.
The other 3, we've got one right on Theg. 4 is going to miss. And then we've got one on Bass and one on Barclay. Oh, I'm sorry. That was Elion. Elion, so that one that hit you missed. Barclay, this is yours. That is
Ooh.
and Bass, this is yours.
Ah, rolling so good.
Bass, does an
Name
11 hit
game.
you?
Who?
Lou, does an 11 hit Bass?
Sorry about that. He is a 12.
All right, so Bass misses as this guy lashes out, but this slightly bulkier, emaciated servant, a little bit bigger than the rest, with a deeper indention on his head, as if he was once a very wise and powerful king, ruling over many lands, tears into Barclay's chest for 3 points of damage and an extra 1d6. Oh, 8
Oh.
points of damage to Barclay.
Man.
Adios.
With that, Barkley collapses to the ground.
No.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, these deaths are starting to hurt more and more.
Character death toll. But that is their turn.
Is the mystery
And-
machine still have one sole survivor, right?
Still got Daphne, right?
Daphne.
Yeah.
It
She's got a
does.
couple
and
bites taken out of her.
There are some new friends entering the fray as well. So we'll see what happens on that next round. So you guys with added characters, you Agnar, Scooby Dum, and Leonard. Sirius,
Oh,
you're up
sorry.
first.
There.
All right, so Daphne's going to regret not staying back as she was, and I publicly apologized for not listening to Gossamer. Bad team member. My
I was
fault.
trying to protect you.
Yes, it's totally on me. I acknowledge that. So Daphne is going to go out in true DCC spellcaster fashion, true wizard fashion. We're going to, for her second spell, she's going to spell burn because that is the solution to most problems in DC.
Nice.
She's going to spell burn 13 points, and I need from the correct character sheet. She will spell burn 13 points,
And so, tell us, Sirius, real quick, us and the viewers, and what does spellburn mean? What are you doing?
So in DCC, Dungeon Crawl Classics, the games we're not playing Candyland here today. We're playing Dungeon Crawl Classics. And Magic is not just check in, check out. Oh, look, here's the recipe for the spell. Rinse, repeat. It's super easy. Magic is risky, it's dangerous, and it carries cost. And the more you use it, the more likely you are to trigger some of those risks. And you don't have spellcasters that live for thousands of years untouched by that riskiness of magic. They get horribly deformed, twisted, and insane. Old spellcasters do not exist in any kind of sane, healthy format in DCC. And one of the ways that manifests in
Wow.
Dungeon Crawl Classics is a spellcaster, a wizard specifically, can take some of their health and well-being, their strength, agility, and stamina stats, and saying, I don't need health. And they can burn it. And that's literally what I'm doing. What she's doing is she's taking 10 points of her agility and 3 points of her strength, and she's just burning them. They'll eventually heal, but she's going to be limping around for the rest of the adventure.
All right. So you spell burned a total of 15, you said?
13.
13. All right. Roll your spell check.
I'll be honest. Most of that went over my head.
You can sacrifice strength, agility, or stamina to increase your spell result, but you have to do it before you cast the spell.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, but
That's a
I don't
30.
know.
Ooh, 30.
Nice.
Yes. So
Wow.
what I would like to do here is I actually do not. Can I overlay that a 30 result if it's 2 cones? It ends up producing 2 cones of magic here. Can I overlay that on the same area? No, I probably can't. So what I want to do here, Matt, is I'm going to try to get. I don't want to kill any of my party members this time around. I'm going to try to kill these 3 that are in front of me with the cone directed out that way. And then I'll try to arc the rest of the cone over this way. I do not want to kill the chicken at the top north of the screen.
The chicken is not behind the chair anymore. So you're gonna have to arc it to either hit the one guy on the right or the one guy on the left. But if you hit the guy in the middle, it's gonna hit the chicken because he's holding.
Okay, that's fine. I'm not.
I just
that
want to
worried.
point out Momo's probably really tall, being so fat.
Momo is very tall.
Okay.
And,
So Matt,
and
for the 3 that are in
Arkham
front
is
of
very
me,
short. So your first cone, I think you can probably get like these 2 guys to your right and this guy right on the end. And then your second cone, maybe the one guy right here and the guy south of that.
Well, that would be the large gentleman, correct?
Yeah.
Which guy south of it? It looks like you pinged him. You're talking about south of the chicken, though, right?
You tell me who you want to hit.
I think I can only safely get this guy and this guy. Everybody at home can see what I'm pinging here, right? So I'm trying to kill my party. That guy.
So if it's a cone and it's blasting out from you, you can get these 3 guys right in front of you, right?
Yep.
So here's a little cone cinematic for us. So these 3 guys are going to kind of definitely get it.
Cool.
So roll me some damage.
Okay, so that cone does 13 points of damage to those individuals.
All those guys are instantly turned into icicles as the
Nice.
snow emits from your hands and just solidifies them, and their bodies crack just like a White Walker, shattering into pieces of ice.
Burkham shivers.
And how far does your cone radiate? How far does it blast out?
10 foot wide, 30 feet long.
30 feet long. So that is definitely probably enough. You're going to have to kind of pull it if you don't want to get the chicken. I'll let you get the other guy on the top, but you won't be able to get the guy holding the chicken.
That's fine. I'll get the other guy on the top then. We'll just make use of the good roll. Yep.
All right. And is that everything?
That was both. You did that for both the arcs? Yes.
Now you tell me. Was it 13 damage for just the first arc?
13 damage was the first arc. The second arc would have 9 damage. And 30 feet long isn't really going to get me anything safely here. I'm going to fry something.
I
I'm
think
still
you
a
might.
party member. So I'm just going to shoot that off into the tent somewhere.
All right. So you blast it up at the sky, and snow just begins to fall through the entire tent structure, blanketing everyone in a nice Christmassy, fresh snowfall. But very powerful. 3 dead, 4 dead. Yeah, very effective. And you collapse to the ground, having spent all those abilities. Lou, you're up next.
We just lost Lou.
We
we
just
did.
lost Lou. All right, Lou sometimes has connection issues, but we'll get back to him. He'll be back in a minute. Instead, we are going to go to Warnock.
I keep seeing
Okay.
Cyrus though with the Hawaiian shirt on. I keep thinking that's Lou because Lou's not wearing the Hawaiian shirt, and that's Luau Lou.
Cirrus.
Okay.
So what are my options here, Matt? I'm grappled, so I can either attack the
You
person.
are grappled, so you're going to have to make me a strength check or attack.
I think I might go for the. I'll
Welcome
go for
back,
the
Lou.
attack.
All right, we skipped you for a minute, but we'll get right back to you.
Yeah, sorry, man.
That's all right.
I'll go for my beak attack on the hands of the one that.
All right, give me a roll.
I'm Warnock now.
Oh God!
6 is not going to do it. As you try to peck at this thing's hands, it has you very tightly. And Lou, we are back over to you.
All right, making an attack on the king that's right in front of me that I've tried 2 other times on.
All right, and Vasici can enter the tent if you want to, just so you know.
Oh, for sure, he's going to bring the others in with him. Is it this way? Let's go. And
Don't forget your camp.
camera.
Just trying to remind him to turn his camera, 'cause
Yeah.
like I did.
Right. I know that messed you up. I'm so sorry. I don't know how my screen went dead. It just, I don't know. I didn't hit the exit sign. Don't know, but apologize.
You
Anyhow,
didn't sacrifice a chicken before the game.
that was the problem. You know.
19 is going to hit. Give me some damage.
All right. It's a D6 sword plus, there'll be +1 on this. Or actually, it'll be +2 because I also get the D die on it. So 8 points.
8 points is a lot, and you, the Momo staggers, and you see him collapse to the ground. He's still breathing, but bleeding from multiple places. And
Man, I was actually attacking the servant in front of me, not Momo. Sorry about that,
excellent. Man. Good. Then Momo does not fall. To the ground.
He gets another round. All right.
So this guy right here.
No,
this guy.
Yeah.
He is gone. He is dead. Vasici comes in, sees the scene. Cirrus, Scooby Dum also comes in, along with Leonard and Agnar. Looks like we just got another member of the Scooby Gang.
Can Leonard take an action, or is this
Leonard
just coming?
can take an action. Vasici can, and Scooby Dum can.
Cool. Can I have Leonard run up and attack the fat man? Or is that too far?
Probably going to be too far. He
He's
probably
a
can get to
halfling.
the guy in front of Barclay, and that's about it.
Okay.
Oh, he's a halfling? Then yeah, he won't even be able to get to the guy.
He won't even be able to do anything. Okay.
But you can move further in, another 20 feet. Cirrus, is Scooby Dum going to do anything?
What? Walk into this tent and this stuff's happening, and he's got like a dagger. Yeah, sure. Why not?
He's dumb.
He is extremely not intelligent. So he will in fact go up behind this person, and he will just, you know what? He'll try to see if he can actually do anything with that dagger. Heck, why not?
Give me a little attack roll for that guy.
Huh.
18 is going to hit. This guy looks pretty stout, though. Your knife goes into his back, and it's kind of like dead, dry skin. It doesn't seem to be as effective quite as you thought it would be. and he is not. He's still bent on taking a chunk out of Barclay. Let's see. Now we are up to. We got all jumbled up. So that was Warnock and Mark. You're up.
All right.
Barclay
So
down.
Barclay's down, but he had just leveled up. So is that
Turn the body.
I
Yeah.
was gonna have Finny run over and be like Barclay and see if she can pull him from out from under the table, reach out to him and see if he's really dead.
All right. Give me a luck check with Barclay, and I know you've been kind of harboring Barclay's luck, not spending it on anything.
Finny's gonna come over. Barclay, no. What's he? Oh, he's got some good luck.
Got 12. And Barclay spits out, his eyes open weakly as he coughs out a mouthful of blood, spitting it out into the air in a spray. I'm here. He's going to be at 1 hit point, and he is going to lose 1. Roll me a 1d3, please. He's going to lose 1 permanent point of stamina.
Oh, his stamina is so low. He's gonna go
Negative.
He's gonna go down to stamina of 4.
Nice.
I think if you get down to 3, that's the next modifier.
Yeah. But he's still alive. Penny.
He is still alive.
And
I'm
Penny's
not
like, oh,
dead yet. Don't put me on the cot.
I'm so glad. And Elion is going to it's like, what are you creatures? And he's gonna strike at his dagger at the one in front of him that's been trying to bite at him.
All right, give me an attack roll. And Barclay, in your journey to the other side, your brush with death, you were visited by something. You were visited by a gorgeous, beautiful goddess with flowing white hair, surrounded by fruit trees of all kinds. And you're not sure if this happened in your mind.
Were the apples?
All kinds of fruit trees. Plums, apples, pears.
Do you like the apples?
Of course he did. She introduced herself as Carpesa. And
Barclay's
perhaps...
like, I had a vision, Finny. Vision of Carpesa. The goddess.
Said, your time is not done, my son. I need you to carry on. I have plans for you. Come back. Come back.
Yes. She comes back to life.
You feel like you've been blessed by this vision. Whoever this person is, this god, patron, supernatural being, she's marked you. And let's see, Elion does hit. Is she hitting the fat man or the...
Leon is this thing right here that's been attacking him.
All right, that is not enough to put it down. And anyone else? If any helped Mark, let's see. So now we're on to Gossamer.
All right. So Burkham is going to try and be creative. He was just rained on by this snow essentially, and he looks behind him and he sees Daphne kind of rigid but still alive back there, and he turns back to Momo and he's gonna look and grab one of the chairs that are right next to him and kind of get behind it, and he's gonna like use his foot and he's gonna slam the chair into Momo's gut and then like stand up on the chair and hit with his pick.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
Oh,
And he's gonna miss.
That, oh. You kick the chair over there, and it slides into Momo's gut. And Momo kind of gives a little hop, and his girth of a belly comes down and smashes the chair into bits. Just as you're about to step onto it,
Into bits,
Yeah.
you say.
into bits, and your foot
Into
slams onto the ground, throwing your attack off.
Nice.
Anything
Um,
else?
Yeah, meanwhile, Oracly is still under the table and he just like threw up a little bit. And he just like shakes it off and he puts his clubs down and he grabs his crossbow and he's just laying on his belly underneath the table here. And he's just looking out underneath between the chairs. And he sees between Burkham and Daphne across the room to where Siegfried is. And he just aims his crossbow and he fires a bolt towards this opponent right next to Siegfried.
Got it. Make an attack roll.
The chicken is tanking 2 of them over there. That's great.
Oh,
19.
yeah.
And so your bolt pierces directly into the throat of this one. And Siegfried, you feel the hands that had such tight grip on you go lax and then drop you as the body crumples to the ground. The other
That's
one,
awesome.
what are you doing? And he goes to grab you, but that'll be next round. Let's see. Anything else?
That's it.
We are up to Josh. Josh, can you end this?
My time has come.
Agnar has walked in the building.
Yeah. He's a dwarf. He's angry. He also has a hammer. And what can he get to and hit this round? Anything?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Can he
You're
double
the-
move to Moo Moo?
He can get. Yes, he can double move to Momo.
Then he might as well move there.
All right.
And then, come on, Theg. The old Billy Barul.
Has Theg hit anything this game?
Yeah, dude, he's been crushing it.
He did do like 5 points of damage, I think.
No, he's done like 8 points of damage.
He's been thumping on stuff.
All right.
Yeah,
well, let's
he
see.
smashed one of the Hungry Kings, and anyway, let's I think you just want to know if I'm going to hit or not, and
Let's
the
see.
answer to
Let's
that
see if
question.
you hit.
Where's my damn hammer?
And you're going to try to hit Momo, right?
Oh yeah, death to Moo-Moos. 13?
13 hits.
3
1
points
point.
of damage.
1 point. 3 points is very, very close. As your hammer hits into the fat, and it's like slow motion. You see the wave ripple through his body. Do you want to add a point of luck to that damage?
Yes.
All right. You add a point of luck to the damage, and as you hit him right in the belly button, you can see the repercussions, the I
Look
don't
at
even
that
know,
blubber fly.
the wave emulating through his body. All of a sudden, you see his eyes widen as you hear an audible burst inside his chest as his heart explodes.
Just like Mr. Creosote.
And as soon as he falls to the ground, the remaining kings just drop to the ground
Oh, thank God.
and turn into ash.
Hey, you can get your staff back that was being used as a back scratcher. Not a
You-
+2 back scratcher, mind you.
I'm not sure what kind of condition it is.
So look like it's been varnished.
The yeah, it's wafer thin. That's right, Curtis.
What are you guys gonna do?
Loot the place.
Should
As
definitely
you
check
go over to
chair.
the chair,
Was the ham poisoned or the wine?
both.
So Theg's gonna keep eating and drinking. He's good.
He continues to eat and make me another fortitude save with Theg.
Let me ask you
Um,
something. Do I have to?
Make
Because he's
fortitude
immune to
save or keep
poison.
eating?
He's immune to poison for 24 hours.
Why didn't you tell me that? Then yeah, he has no ill effects at all.
Because I wanted to make you first make me make the roll, thinking, fine, this game is punishing. I'm going to make you feel stupid in front of everyone. And then I slap it back in your face.
Yeah, absolutely. Consider me sufficiently slapped. He
Which
can
is
eat
always
as much
good
as
to
he
get the
wants.
DM riled up against you players. And if you don't know that, it's always to your advantage to do so.
You want this to
So,
be antagonistic, yeah.
looking around, you don't see any of the prizes that Momo boasted about giving you.
Are they hidden inside of them?
I don't know. What are you gonna do?
Check the colon. Check the colon.
Where did the staff end up?
The staff is kind of sitting on the floor in front of the throne. Cirrus, what are you doing?
I am kind of wondering where my staff is, to be honest.
It's right on the ground in front of the throne. I'll draw a little picture for it.
Daphne is pretty winded after that encounter. She is down most of her hit points. She's got very little life left in her. And she has experienced some pretty severe trauma through that spell burn. So she is going to listen to her companions about a minute too late and stay behind them. So she's just going to hang out in the back.
Okay. And Mark, what are you doing?
Barclay is going to crawl out from under the table here, and Finney will jump out too. But Barclay is going to be thinking about this experience that he met with this goddess Carpessa and feeling that this power through her. And as he does, he's going to sit there and lay his hands on himself and talk and reach out to her and say, "Please help heal me, and I will do your bidding." And
All right.
lay hands on himself.
Let's see what you got. Osmer, what are you guys doing?
How long is the poison gonna last?
It is dissipating right now.
Okay. So Oracle's kind of coming to. He's crawled out from under the table. He's kind of getting to his feet. I'll probably like go over to Daphne and just kind of like pat her on the shoulder, and they can be in pain together for a bit. Burkham's gonna go towards the throne, and he's like investigating that, looking for weapons.
Okay, Warnock, what are you doing?
Siegfried is going to let out a mighty crow, like a victorious one, float over to the fat man's head and poop on it. And as he does this, Leonard sort of is like, "Oh my God, what's up with this rooster?" And then he sort of gets the impression that this is his friend. So he's going to sort of go over to him and be like, "Siegfried, is that you?"
I mean, Siegfried probably didn't go around pooping on everything, so he might have recognized him
He
by
was a
now.
weird dude. He was a weird dude.
Lou, what are you guys doing?
Let's see. Bass is going to clean off his sword with whatever, napkins or whatever they might have, laying about the table. And I don't know, Vasici will go looking around the kings that disintegrated and whatnot. Were their golden ring crowns still there, or did they disappear also?
They weren't wearing crowns. They just had a kind of indention in their head from where
Okay.
they used to wear crowns.
Used to wear. Okay. Yeah, just take a look around, see if there's anything of value in here.
All right, so Basici's kind of headed over by the throne. Last thing, Josh, are you examining the body? Like, are you cutting it open?
Well, Feg is between bites. He's like, it's still good. He's using he's got a short sword too from Slippery Keita or someone like that I claimed, which I think you could do.
Absolutely.
And he's just kind of like just kind of cutting open, and then Agnar is attracted to the fire, and he's kind of looking to see if there's maybe you could just dump it over, or maybe there's something inside the fire or something like that, or maybe there's something underneath it.
It doesn't look like there's anything underneath it. It kind of looks like a self-contained little, almost basin with coals in it. But Burkham and Vasici, as you get over by the throne, it looks like the throne is made out of wood. And Burkham, you notice that kind of the little lip on the seat, doesn't look to be flush with the rest of the bottom.
Yeah, he'll go over and he doesn't know any better, so he's just gonna reach and grab it and try to like open it.
Lifting it up, the seat does in fact flip right up, almost like a little porta
Toilet?
potty lid. Yeah, toilet
Nice.
lid. I knew that's where your head was going to go.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
Inside is
You
a
and put your
black
head.
onyx cat brooch, a small bottle of sweet-smelling liquid, an emerald necklace, a pair of pearl earrings, a pipe trimmed in gold, a spyglass. I hope somebody's writing all these down.
Yeah, I got
No,
it.
what?
A makeup kit, and lastly is another slide for the magic lantern.
Hey guys, there's a bunch of stuff in here. I'm not seeing any weapons though.
And the CT will kind of look in there and kind of start going through like an exact breakdown of the cuts and grades of all the gems that are in there, and he's clasping his hands. Oh, yes.
Meg wants to
Emeralds,
watch
they're
the next
fine
season that just
specimens.
dropped.
All right, I will give Vasici a estimate on how much he thinks they are, and Meg grabs the slide and puts it into the magic lantern. Before we learned that the jester had a wife and a child, and he got stir crazy and went off on tour again. And then he regretted his decision after getting into a fight with his wife, came back to his family, but the house was burning.
Was this a previously on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Previously
Last couple
on.
slides.
All right. And then
He went into a forest where he met a unicorn. You guys heard about that, right? You guys saw
Yeah.
that season?
yeah.
The unicorn saved him, and
I think they changed the writers out during that season.
The unicorn saved him, and he began performing for orphans and everyone else just out of generosity and courtesy. The last slide begins with the tragedy returns when the jester performs for a young prince with a fiery temper and a horrible disposition. A joke is taken the wrong way, and the jester is viciously beaten and thrown into the dungeons. The prince brings in a master of torture, making the jester suffer for several days while forcing all in his castle to bear witness so that the same mistake is never made again. Some attendees are horrified, while some laugh at the poor jester's pain. The heinous acts continue for days, but the jester never begs for mercy once. Understanding his fate is sealed, he doesn't wish to give the prince the pleasure of hearing him beg. Instead, the jester continues to gasp out jokes, ridiculing the prince. The night before the jester is to be beheaded, he is visited by avatars of a mad god. And in this slide, you see the statue at the front of the entrance to the circus. You recognize that face. Two rabbits, one black and one white, taunt the man, whispering tainted secrets laced with chaos, driving him insane. He is then given an elixir to shield his mind from the pain, and signs a pact in blood to serve the dark power. In return, he is promised the power to seek vengeance on his captor. The final day of torture is the cruelest of all, as the prince desperately seeks to make the jester beg. Instead, he only hears cackles laced with madness. Even as the master torturer removes extremities and at last beheads poor Emmerich, his remains are thrown to the pigs. But a storm rolls in, and amidst the storm, the mad god, Gielos, appears. He sits in the pen with the pigs and begins to sew the jester back together. As lightning cracks the bell tower, the god breathes unlife into the corpse and vanishes as the body shudders back to life. The jester enters the castle and exacts revenge on every living soul therein. Each murder is more gruesome and violent than the last. The prince is found days later, his skin removed and beheaded, faced by a pigs and a wandering sow is found with the man's skin and family heraldry sewn to its hide. The jester wanders off into the night, ready to begin his servitude to the mad god.
The aristocrats.
And that is where we are going to take a break.
Awesome.
So everybody watching, we'll be back in about 5, 6, 7 minutes. There is no drawing today, but in our season, our episode finale next 2 weeks, 2 weeks from now.
Why don't we do a drawing? I'll put something up. How about a PDF of their choice from the DCC store?
All right, there is a drawing. Thanks
Come
to
on.
our benefactor, Josh.
Let's
The
go.
29th, though, everyone. The 29th is the important date to remember because we will be giving away a autographed copy of David Beatty's Carnival of the Damned, signed and delivered by David Beatty himself.
Oh, he'll bring it to my house?
Signed and delivered.
Yeah, by
didn't
David
say
Beatty means
how.
that he's bringing it over to my house. Well, where's
I didn't
David
say
live?
how it was going to be delivered. Anyway, enter the drawing, type any kind of emoji in chat, and we will see you in 5 minutes.
I'm
Welcome back to GrapeApe's Reaver Express, everyone. We are in the middle of Carnival of the Damned with our party here, and they have just defeated Momo, the largest man they have ever seen. We have a drawing going on right now for any PDF, any module PDF, $10 or lower value.
just do it. Just do a $10. It's going to be a $10 gift card. I think that's easier.
$10 gift card. All you have to do is type in any emoji whatsoever in the Twitch chat right now to be entered. And we will draw that in a couple minutes. So I'm going to move you guys back to the player map, main map. And I didn't say it, but Tittlethinks has just been, as soon as the mist covered the door and combat started, Tittlethinks just dropped to the ground.
I was wondering where he was.
He's not a combat titty.
It's not. He plays dead. So
After I gave him those golden teeth too.
Oh yeah, he's not having it. He gives you an awkward looking smile. It's not really a smile, but so you've got a tent to the south of you. You've got some bright open
We're
ground
still
to
in the
north.
tent, Matt.
I didn't move you. Thank you. There you go. You guys see it now?
Yeah.
Yep.
So the tent immediately to the south of you has kind of a snake banner on it. And let me clear off a little bit more of this tent right here. To the east, you think you see a large wheel. And you can see a banner, a pennant, a little bit further to the southwest. Josh, which way would you like to go?
Snake, let's go.
Perfect.
Oh wait, no, I take it back. Can I take it back?
No, absolutely not. No take backs.
Son of a motherless goat. We were supposed to be going north. I forgot, right? Because that's where we thought.
Yeah, north was the general direction, but there
Okay.
was some.
Turns out there's some kids we could be saving or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna do a Green Bay north and go south.
A large tent stands before you, and colored in aged red and white stripes. 2 poles carved in the likeness of serpents stand to either side of the opening. A faint red glow beckons you to enter.
I feel beckoned.
Inside, you see hundreds of stacked cages brimming with rats. The stack form a number of aisles leading toward the center of the tent. You hear sudden reptilian hisses that cause the thousands of caged rats in the area to shriek with fear, gnawing madly at their wire prisons. 10 onyx cobras slither into view, their hoods flaring as a sign of agitated warning. The serpents form a line, each just a few feet behind a matching velvet floor pillow. A small coin box sits on the side of each black devil, an ornate silver box directly in front of each pillow. Clay urns lie behind each agitated cobra that are open without a lid. Against the ceiling, 3 tapestries hang, depicting humanoids worshipping cobras in what appears to be an ancient time. Some of the worshippers play exotic instruments, while others seem to be paying tribute by kissing the cobras on the head and offering treasure. The cobras hiss again, eyes glowing as their tongues taste the fear in the air. What do you guys do?
Oh, we're definitely going in, right? Or no?
All right, you're already inside.
We're already in.
We're already in.
Oh. But I don't see a new map. Looks like we're outside.
Well, tell me what you're going to do, and I will have this new map up in a second.
Should
These,
be right.
so you get the pillow. In front of the pillow is a coin box, and then there's a snake, and on the snake's back is another coin box.
No, the coin box is right to the side of the pillow. So it's kind of like right in front of them.
And is there
Yes.
1 or 10?
There are. Can you see the map now?
Yes.
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 All right. All your characters are right at the bottom there. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 of them.
And each pillow has a cobra and a box?
Each pillow has a cobra and a box and a urn behind it.
And an urn.
And can we get a rat too?
There are tons of rats. There are thousands of rats.
I want to have my guy Agnar go grab a rat and toss it to the cobra. And then put a coin in the box.
All right. So move Agnar. You can easily give me a reflex save as you open up the rat cage.
Okay. We can do that. We don't even need a reason. A reflex?
Reflex. See how quick you are.
The reflex.
Ooh.
These rats are trying to get out, and one hops right into your hand, and you grab it immediately as it leaps out, and you slam the door shut before the other 30 can get out and escape.
Okay. And then I walk over here. I put the rat on the pillow. And then where's the coin box?
It is right to the right of the pillow.
And then I put a coin, a copper, into the coin box.
All right. Warnock, what are you doing?
I'm going to say that Leonard the Halfling is going to see what Matt's character is doing and follow suit. The only difference is he wants to kiss the cobra. Seen the picture.
Okay.
Never been long for this world. And Siegfried will try to fly up again on anything he can perch on.
There are
Yes.
many cages here that you can perch up onto the cage,
Right.
or
The highest
you can,
one he can get up to.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can put yourself up on a cage and give me a reflex save to grab a rat. And Cirrus, what are you doing?
I'm just trying to stay alive at this point. I'm going to let all these people play around with the stuff.
What about Scooby Dum? What's Scooby Dum doing?
Oh, Scooby Dum, he's going to play with these rats. I mean, this is the coolest thing ever. He's going to open one of the cages, stick his hand around, try to grab one of these rats, and he wants to be its friend. He's not going to try feeding it to any of these people, any of these snakes, like I'm sure the rest of the party is going to. He's just checking out this rat. Is there anything unusual about this rat?
Give me a reflex save to see if you grab a rat.
Here we go. Ooh.
You want to stay in a 9?
No. Sure. Scooby Doo's gonna Scooby Doo's gonna burn 1 point But we'll burn 1 point of luck. He'll get the 10.
All right. So a 10 is good enough to grab a rat, and it looks like a normal rat, although it is very terrified and wiggling in your hand furiously. Gossamer, what are you going to do?
Burka is going to hang back. He is not one for the games, so he's going to stand kind of near the entrance and just observe on guard. Oracly is going to step forward and just like kind of watch what everybody else is doing. He's still not feeling so well, but he can't help himself. He's too competitive, so he's probably going to chime in eventually.
Okay, and Mark, what about your guys?
Why is Leonard making out with the snake?
Because he saw the picture of the guy kissing.
Because Leonard pays attention.
So he's gonna do
Did
everything.
you
but
reward
spook.
that?
We'll see if he gets rewarded. We'll see what happens.
So
Um,
Elion is gonna step forward and he's gonna unhood his falcon and say, "I've seen you take snakes out in the wild. What do you think? Take one of these cobras out?" And have his falcon fly and try and take out the cobra right in front of him.
Okay, and what about your other people?
Fenny doesn't like this, so she's gonna stay back. Yeah, I think Barclay will just watch for now.
All right, and Lou, what about your guys?
The Speechy's not going to want to have anything to do with this. Bass, however, wants to look at the tapestry there with the. You said there's one that showed music. Is that
I did, and
a guy playing a flute, or what are we looking at there?
you said this one right here, right, with your falcon?
Yep.
Okay. They're playing a flute. One of them is playing a small guitar instrument, a sitar. Various instruments, but it seems that the playing of the music might somewhat appease these snakes, is how they're.
All right. But there are no musical instruments up on the stage or anything like that, though.
Are you going to go up on the stage and look?
You would like that, wouldn't you? Okay, yeah, I'll move a little bit. I'm not going up to the Cobra, but I'll go a little bit further up on the stage than where I was.
So the box next to the pillow has a coin slit, and I should have specified this before. My fault. There is another box to the left of the pillow. So there's a box to the right, box to the left. You can see that sticking out of the box to the left of the pillow are various musical instruments in each box next to the left of the pillow. The necks of guitars are kind of sticking out, small flutes.
Anything really simple like a kazoo or anything?
You'll have to get a little closer to check, Lou, but it sounds like you want to.
Curse you, Matt. Curse you. I'll go up to this one, check out the musical instrument.
All right, so let's see. Did I hit on everybody? Josh, Warnock, Cirrus, yeah, Lou, Sarah, Mark. I think I hit on everybody, so we'll start with Agnar first. Agnar, you set the rat on the pillow. Holding the rat there so it doesn't run away, Snake kind of fluffs its neck out and begins swaying back, looking at you. You drop what are you dropping into the box?
A coin.
You drop a coin into the box. Make sure you mark that off your sheet. And give me a will save, please.
Why do I have to give a will save? I
'cause
got it right.
You're terrified in front of this snake.
18.
Your will is strong. Agnar is steel-willed as he drops the coin in and sets the rat on the pillow. The cobra immediately tries to bite your hand, holding the rat. You see its neck whip out in blinding speed. For 1 point of damage.
That's it.
That's it. He just nicks you because The fangs probably go right between your fingers, and most of the damage is probably done to the rat. And he just kind of scratched you. Leonard, you drop a coin in and make me a will save. That is your guy, Warnock. Leonard?
Yep.
Do you want to stay in a 10?
Well, Leonard has 1 hit point, so probably not. Leonard will burn 2 points of luck.
A 12 is enough. As you set the rat on the pillow and then lean forward to kiss the top of its head, the cobra's head goes down slightly. You gently place your lips on the back of its hood. The cobra turns around and slithers into the urn behind it, and a lid magically materializes on the top. The cobra is gone. It did not seem interested in the rat that you offered it. Mark, give me an attack roll with your falcon, please.
That's just D20, right?
D20.
Yep. 11.
And 11 is very close.
Ooh. Does a falcon have luck?
A falcon does not have luck, but the falcon can use your luck.
Well, Finney's gonna be like, get him, and so Finney's gonna throw 2 points of luck. Actually, let's see, what does Finney have here?
He's got 6.
Yeah. She'll actually make that a 15. She'll like, get him, grab that thing. She'll burn 2 and make that 11 a 15.
15 to hits. Roll me some damage. And I think, did we talk a 1d3? Is that what we said?
I think so, yeah. That's 1 point of damage.
So the falcon goes up and rakes his claws, but the snake is very quick and kind of ducks back. Bass, you go up and you see various musical instruments in the box. There is no kazoo. Would you like to grab something else?
Sure, let's take a random grab. What do I get?
You get a flute. A nice wooden, pretty simple flute. The snake is just watching you as you kneel on the pillow, grabbing one of the instruments.
All right, Snakey, how do you like a little hot cross buns here?
What is your occupation?
I am an
A
outlaw.
flautist.
Flautist. Give me a
Coincidentally.
ability check of your choosing.
All right, I'm gonna go personality because I feel like that's kind of mixed in with ability to play music. I got a 9.
A 9?
Unfortunately, I'm not gonna burn any luck because I'm down to my last piece of luck there, or last 2 pieces. I don't think.
I think at that point, Oracly is going to call out to Bass and be like, "Oh yeah, you got this. I know what's going on." And he's really encouraging Bass as he steps up and sits down at the pillow next to him.
Okay.
And he's like encouraging Bass, trying to rub off some luck.
And this encouragement, as Oracly shouts out, use your pinky and tap the last one, hits that perfect note. The snake sways back and forth before disappearing into the urn.
Oh, thank you.
All right, so this snake its eyes are glowing red, and it shoots a ray out from its eyes, hitting the hawk, the 15. The hawk immediately is transformed when it's hit by this
Into another.
into a rat.
Uh-oh.
And the snake is eyeing it very hungrily. What do you guys want to do?
Oracly is, now that he's sitting down, he's like, oh, I got this. This is what I used to do for a living. And he grabs his backpack and he pulls out this begging bowl that he has, and he sits down cross-legged in front of the pillow in front of this cobra, and he's like eyeing up the cobra, and he puts his own bowl down, and then he starts to like kind of sing to the cobra a little bit and be like, here, Cobra, Cobra, that's a nice snaky, snaky snake. He definitely knows nothing about like the kissing part, so he's just gonna kind of like he'll like mimic the snake. If it like goes this way, he'll do that too, and he's just like trying to talk to it as
Give me a
he's
luck
just sitting
check.
there cross-legged.
All right, give me a luck check.
Luck.
You're speaking to it in a very sing-songy voice. The back of its
Yeah.
neck flares up, and it looks very agitated, and it's leaning forward, hissing a little bit. What is everyone else doing?
So when they went into the
Urn?
snakes that went into the urn, is there anything that's? I'm going to look up at the banners and see if there's a next step. So I kissed the snake; it went in the urn. Does it show somebody picking up the urn or
It
anything
does
like
not.
that?
It just shows them kind of worshiping the snakes, and once they go into the urn, actually the far panel on the right does show after the snakes are gone into the urn, the worshippers open the urn and they're bestowed with a treasure.
Okay, I will follow the instructions. So Leonard hops up, swaggers over, opens the lid of the urn that the snake went into.
The other snakes to your left and right amazingly don't bother you. Give me a D10 roll, please.
Agnar, by the way, is going to kiss the snake because he saw, it worked for Leonard.
It might be too late for Agnar. We'll have to see.
And that's
you
all right.
pull out a potion that is brown in color. It's kind of like brown water. You can see through it. It's transparent, but it has small little bubbles in it.
All right, I'll be like, okay. And then
All
I
right.
walk back over to Sig.
So Agnar, it wasn't. You're not sure if it was trying to bite your hand or you or the rat, but what are you going to do next?
Well, I saw that it went away after Leonard kissed it, so I'm going to try and kiss it.
All right. Are you going to drop another coin in the box?
No.
All right. You lean forward to try to kiss the snake.
Wait, did Leonard drop a coin in the box?
Leonard
What?
dropped a coin, put the rat on the thing, and then
I'll
smooched
drop
it.
another coin in the box. I'm going to repeat steps. I'm going to just do what Leonard did.
All right. Give me another fortitude
kiss.
save. Give me another fortitude save because you're a little more leery this time. This thing just struck out at you. Give me a will save. I'm sorry. Give me a will save. 14 is enough. The snake leans forward as the coin clinks into the box. You kiss the back of its head, and it turns around and slithers into the urn, and a magical lid appears on it. And you are safe.
I pop off the lid and walk off with the loot.
All right. Give me a D10 roll. And Sarah, what are you doing?
Oracly is going to, after like mimicking the snake and seeing that it's not really going anywhere, he's going to look down at the bowl and the box, and he'll pull out a coin, and he'll pull out 2 coins, and he'll put one in his own bowl, and then he'll put one in the box, and then he'll continue to just like try and soothe and like smooth talk the snake.
All right. Give me another luck check. This cobra is irritated.
Can I argue for a personality check?
What was Oracly's previous occupation?
He was a he is a halfling vagrant.
Personality check. It goes against the rules, but I'll allow it. Go ahead. You want to stay at a 10.
Mm, I will burn 1 point to get it to a 12.
All right. The cobra begins swaying back and forth. And this was Oracly, right? So Oracly is
Yes.
down to 5 luck.
Yep.
The cobra begins swaying back and forth as your voice almost takes on a humming sound, very sing-songy, and you find the right note, the right frequency, the right thrum, and moving in same efforts with you. Your eyes are locked on each other. I'm gonna have to leave you right there for a second as you
Alright.
wave back and forth. What is everybody else doing? Lou, did you go yet?
I had one action there that I took earlier.
Oh, Bass.
Bass-
Yeah, I think we're at Mark. So, Mark, what are you gonna do? Your falcon has just turned into a rat.
Yeah, Elion is a bit upset with that, but proud of the Falcon to getting that one hit. He's going to move forward and try and like come here and have the rat come to him and scoop the rat up to protect it from the cobra.
You call to the falcon, and as soon as it turns to rush away, it triggers the cobra's bite, and almost as if reflexively, the cobra swallows the rat in one bite. And you see a big bulge go into the cobra's neck. The cobra turns around and goes into the urn.
Does a magical lid appear on the urn?
It does.
What did you do to my Falcon? He's gonna run up and look in the urn to try and find the snake to kill it. Basically what he's doing. Not
You rush up to the urn and quickly yank off the lid. There is nothing inside.
Wah, wah.
uh,
All right,
very
Cirrus.
upset. Oh,
Cirrus.
can I have Barclay do something too?
Absolutely, go ahead.
So Barclay is gonna seeing this and enchanting the cobras is gonna go over to this one over here, and he's gonna pull out. He has a sitar that he had from before that he recovered in one of the previous challenges. So he's gonna pull out this sitar of I think it's plays a medley of entrancement, and he's gonna start playing the sitar
Mhm.
to see how this thing that he got elsewhere has an effect on the cobra.
Give me a d20 roll.
Oops, sorry. 15.
As your music comes onto the sitar, it's perfectly in melody, perfectly in tune, and the magical instrument actually controls both of the snakes immediately in front of you and to your right, as both of them lean forward and wave and are entranced by your playing. And after your song is finished, they both go into the urn, and a lid appears on it.
Right. And Barclay would walk over and pull off the lid and see what's inside.
All right, give me 2d10 rolls. Agnar, the one you opened up has a small figurine of a fly. Like the insect, a fly. As you pick it up, you kind of hear a zzz, zzz. You feel like this has some kind of powers.
Sorry, what was it?
A
Fly
fly,
figurine.
a house fly.
But a figure? Is that what you said?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a small little
Okay.
figure that sits in his palm.
Think like figurine of wondrous power, but
Gotcha.
probably not as exciting.
Yeah, I just didn't hear the word figure.
The first urn you open up has the similar brown bubbling liquid in it, but the other one you pick out has a key in it, and it is a glass blown key with a beating kind of heart in the head of the key, pumping blood throughout the key. It's very similar to the other key you've had.
So this is what Barclay pulls out?
Yep.
Okay.
So Barclay got a potion, a brown little liquid, and another key.
Another key.
And who have I not checked on? Warnock? I don't think I've checked on you in a while.
I think Cirrus has been longer than me. Check.
Okay, Cirrus,
Oh.
what are you doing? Is
Something
Daphne
you
or
want to know this,
Scooby?
but so Daphne is still doing her best to stay alive. So she's going to be a little bit more central in the party, and she is watching. However, Scooby Dum has he's acting as expected. So he was spending some more time just investigating the rat, looking over the rat while he holds it. Anything noteworthy on the rat?
It is a regular rat. Give me. I mean, you can give me an intelligence check.
He failed it. So he's not going to make it. So let's. He's actually going to go over here and he's going to try to toss the rat between the two snakes so it lands on the ground maybe about 10 feet behind the two of them.
Okay, give me a luck check.
You got it. Bo-do-bo-bo-do. Check, luck check.
And what is your intention?
Scooby Dum kind of feels bad for the rat, and he wants it to get away
Okay.
safely.
Well, you could just let it go on the floor. You don't have to toss it by the snakes.
It seems like
The rat lands right over there, exactly where you planned it to. And the snake looks very intent on eating it. But yeah, it scurries and skitters away,
Alright.
disappearing behind one of the tapestries.
That's it.
And Warnock, what about you?
I think Leonard the Halfling is going to uncork the potion and maybe just put a little on his pinky and taste it. See if
It
can
burns the end of your. As soon as you dip your pinky in, you can feel it burning, and it kind of eats away a small, little, tiny layer of skin on your pinky.
Okay, cork that sucker back up. Leave it alone. I think at this point, Siegfried is just going to start crowing very loudly, repeatedly from the top of the cage and flapping his wings. He doesn't like the snakes.
Okay, Oracly, give me another personality check, please. You have this snake in the same motion as you,
Ooh.
Nat 20.
and you close your eyes and kind of push your aura into the snake as you're flowing back and forth exactly at the same thing, breaking eye contact with it, and it immediately retreats into the urn, bested by you in this game of Simon Says. And a lid appears on the top of the urn.
That's how it's done. And he scoops up his own bowl and he puts his coin back in his pocket. And then he opens the lid.
Give me a D10 roll, please. And tell me what you get.
9.
You see a horn inside. When you pick it up, it has a similar tingling to it. Like you know it's something other than an ordinary horn. But it looks like it can be blown.
Yeah, he immediately just blows it.
All right, give me. Well, you don't have to give me anything. You put the horn to your lips, and you're like, "Woo!" The snake right beside you. Oh, the snake right beside you looks like it's shaken for a minute, and then it fights back whatever kind of effect the horn had. It stares at you with red, hating eyes that you played this horrible sound and broke the perfect music that has been echoing through the tent.
Bumble.
Unfortunately, as it goes to strike,
I think fortunately, yeah.
Whose side are
Unfortunately,
you on, Matt?
it kind of slithers off the pillow and just kind of rolls off at an awkward angle as it's trying to come forward and kind of is righting itself on the ground. You know how
It
when
hit itself with that ray. That's what happened.
it did not hit itself with the
It's a
ray.
rat now.
You know how when you flip a snake or a worm over, they kind of twist and they're trying to get right side up? This snake is tying itself into knots. Does anybody else want to do anything in here?
Yeah, Theg would probably go do a coin and a snake over there on the left.
All right, give me a will
Bass.
save.
Yeah.
And Bass, what's Bass doing?
Bass will move over and try his musical stylings on this next set of cobra here, or next
All
cobra.
right, Bass, give me a luck check. And Theg, you have no fear of this snake at all. And you set down, kneel in front of it, flip a coin expertly. It goes clink right in the thing. And the snake bends its head down. You don't even hesitate. You're like, kiss it on the top of the head. It disappears.
And then I look in the thing.
Give me a D10 roll. Lou, do you want to stay in a 6?
Webe.
I'm gonna have to.
All right. The snake is very agitated and irritated at you. And as the ray shoots out of its eyes, you kind of duck. You've seen it happen before. You know it's coming when the snake's hood flares out, and you're able to duck out of the way of the ray.
Well, everyone's a critic.
Duck, dodge, dive, and duck.
As Theg opens his urn and sees a ray of red light shooting out to his right, he sees another potion in there. This one of a green liquid. Looks kind of thin, very watery. All right.
Should we just wait to look at that later?
You're gonna have to drink it or dip your finger in. You gotta somehow discern what it is on your own.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else want to do anything?
Leonard will try one more time. He's going to push his luck. He's going to walk up, put the coin in, kneel, smooch the snake.
Which one are you gonna smooch?
He wants to smooch.
Which
The
one's
remaining-
better looking?
The remaining two
Yeah.
snakes have already been irritated.
Okay, so noticing that, he is not going to try to smooch anything.
All right.
He's going to
So,
stick with what he's got.
does anybody want to do anything else?
Bass will play another verse on the flute, I guess. See if he can get it this time.
As soon as you put your lips to the flute, this thing tries to strike at you. It's irritated. Its hood is flared. You think that it's probably gonna not be calmed, but it does miss as you're very tentative. Oracly, the one that is to the right of you is beginning to right itself. What are you gonna do?
I think since it tried to attack me, he's going to try and hit it while it's all tangled up on the ground.
Good call. Give me an attack roll. +2.
All right, weapons
That's-
with this
yeah, actually.
club.
+2 to both your attacks.
Yeah. So we'll do.
Don't you got to
With
put a
a-
coin in the machine first before you try and make out with it?
Not necessarily. The music has also worked. A 14 hits, and you smash it, crushing its head just as it's about to right itself.
Squash your head.
Should I hit the?
So last, we are left with the one in front of Bass. Bass, this thing just
Oh, that
tried
one
to
killed
strike out at you.
Bass will chuck the flute, pull his sword out, and try to kill it.
All right, and Theg, you see him also. You can take a swipe if you want to. So
Yeah,
Bass,
he'll go smashy on it. Seems like that's like what's happening.
roll me some damage, Lou. These snakes have reached a state of agitation and they cannot be calmed anymore.
That's
So
actually
you
a
guys,
5.
yeah. Bass cuts the body in half just as the Theg comes up with his hammer as it's still wiggling around and smashes the remainder of the head, flattening the hood against the ground with a gushing sound.
Tastes just
And
like chicken.
it appears. Anybody want to do anything else inside this tent?
Bass
Can I
will
ask
check
you-
the urn behind the first snake, one that he actually charmed with the help given that worked with.
All right. And Warnock, what were you going to say?
Oh, Leonard the halfling is a halfling dyer. Sometimes he does like acid washes and things. So I'm wondering if it's acid that he seems to think it is, or if
It is
he has any idea.
absolutely acid. And you can
Okay.
tell by
Nice.
just having it on your finger that it's very bubbly, almost like a soapy acid. And
Ah,
you think if you threw this, it would kind of bubble up into acidic bubbles.
okay.
And then the green stuff,
What are you going to do to it?
I don't know, stick my pinky in.
Sticking your pinky in, there's no effect on your finger.
Then I put my pinky
Lots
in my
of
mouth.
lab rats to try.
You put your pinky to your tongue, and you feel a little bit quicker.
A little quicker.
A little quicker.
Okay.
You feel like if you drank the whole thing, that might give you increased speed.
I
All of a
need
sudden,
we-
a couple hit
brain
points.
is
That's what I'm
racing.
looking for.
Did we open the other boxes from the snakes that we killed?
The other urns, or the snakes that you killed, the urns never got a lid on them. They are wide open.
Oh,
and
they
as
were
you
like-
go up to them.
I see.
Right.
Magical
As
lids
you-
appeared.
As you go up to them, the urn is empty. And so, Lou, did you roll for the first one that you charmed? D10. Lou, did you already get a D10 item?
You're muted.
You're muted.
I did not.
All right, so roll me a D10.
All right, it's a 9.
Another 9, huh? All right. Well, this is going to be. It's going to be a moon coin, and you see a small red ball with a slit in it. You've seen some of the clowns wearing these around the circus.
It's where they keep their cocaine.
It looks like it would fit perfectly on your nose.
Do it.
All
That was
right,
Bass,
let's
right? That got that?
try this.
You put the clown nose on, and it clamps around your nostrils, making it somewhat difficult to breathe. But it's going to raise your AC by 3 points.
What?
Wow.
Whoa.
They're too busy looking at the nose to take a
Yeah.
The nose cannot be removed until you suffer a critical hit that slices your nose off.
Oh my
Right.
god.
That's amazing.
It's worth it.
That is awesome.
And that was Bass, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Did you say +2? Is that what you said?
Plus
3.
3 to AC.
Plus 3.
3. Oh, geez.
It's like, what was that movie with not making Mr. Right, with the guy who's the hitman who wears the clown nose? No, you guys don't know what the heck I'm talking about?
Yeah,
have
sorry,
no
man.
idea.
That's a new one with me.
No.
Who got the fly figurine?
Oh, me.
All right, so any insects that try to attack you have to pass a DC 15 will save to attack you, as long as you have possession of the fly figurine. But all the Z words that you say have to be Z. All right, so we are back at the main map.
Is can I ask Matt, the horn, is it just an instrument, or I noticed it was magical. I guess I can, when I played it,
it dazes the target of the blast. They have to pass a DC 13 will save, which the snake did. But otherwise, it would have been dazed for 1d3.
That's the movie, Tim.
Okay, cool.
What was the movie?
It's called Mr. Right. It's actually really, it's a great action flick. There's a lot of people in it.
Isn't that movie like 30 years old?
No. It's like, I don't know, 5 years. It's with the one girl from that movie with everyone singing a cappella, with their little a cappella groups and
yeah, Pitch Perfect.
Yeah, the one who does the cups thing and it's whatever. She's in it. She's the romantic interest, and then the main guy. Whatever. Let's keep moving.
Anna Kendrick.
Great film.
All right, Warnock. Which way are we going to go?
Let's head north, right? Was that the plan before we got distracted?
Mm-hmm.
Right, Sam Rockwell's the other guy.
All right, move your way.
Sam Rockwell's awesome.
Move as
He's
far
great in it.
north. Move north where you would like to go.
Okay.
I guess basically left, right, or center. I guess would be
I'm
the
going to
question.
go center.
Heading up to the center, you hear a loud boom as you walk up there, and you see what appears to be a huge cannon
Nice.
firing over a very, very deep pit. So deep that you can't even see the bottom. Let's see here. Moving cautiously. No, that is not it. A titanic explosion stuns you briefly as the ground shakes wildly. Staggering forward, you reach a clearing that harbors the source of the explosion. A bronze cannon forged in the likeness of a mighty dragon. The cannon rests on a high platform overlooking a huge chasm that runs as far as you can see in either direction. A clown is currently climbing a ladder to the platform, while another has already slid into the muzzle. With a pull on the cord, another explosion rocks the ground as the cackling clown is propelled hundreds of feet into the air, crossing the chasm and safely landing in a net on the other side. The second clown isn't so lucky, though, as he climbs up and pulls the cord and rides the explosive force forward. His wild gyrations seem to slow his flight, and he falls, shrieking into the mist-filled chasm below.
We're gonna need another clown.
Yeah.
Who got the clown nose?
Hey.
Are there any other clowns around? Were those appearing to be human clowns, or were they ghosts?
No, they were actual clowns, and one shot to the other side, and the other one fell down this unnaturally deep cavern, this chasm. Can't even see the bottom.
Is there another way north past the chasm, or does the chasm block our way north in all directions?
Chasm currently blocks your way from where you're at.
Does it look like there's
You
any
just fill it
purpose
full of
to
dead
getting
clowns.
over there?
Say that again, Warnock?
Oh, does it look like there's any purpose to getting across this chasm, or are they just doing clown thing?
You can't quite see to the other side. You think you see some cornfields, but that's about as far as you can see.
Well, I think, weren't we needing to head northwest? So do we want to kind of go around the corner to see how this chasm loops around?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mark, it is your turn to move the token.
Okay. Well, we're gonna move northwest then. Go over this way into an area I can't really see. Yeah. See what's over this way.
The happy go pukey.
See a smaller tent which appears to ride on a roller coaster made of bone, which would be that little tent immediately right here. It's kind of the entrance to get into it.
Ooh. Agnar wants to ride.
Well, Mark, do you want to stay there or do you want to keep going?
We can go in, check out the roller coaster ride, sure.
All right. Let's see.
Oh, and while we've been going, Finny wants to ask, she's like, did somebody find a pipe somewhere? I thought I saw a pipe. Is there a pipe somewhere? Was there any tobacco in it? Somebody pulled out a
Pete,
pipe.
you say you told me about the gold foiled pipe that they found in the one Momo's throne there.
Yeah, so she's like wondering where is that pipe? And if anybody has it, she's gonna try and smoke it if there's anything in there.
Well, I know we wouldn't have left it behind, but I mean it was it Orkley that actually lifted the throne and saw that stuff?
Yeah, it was Burkham. So yeah, Burkham
Burkham,
and
okay.
Visici were the two that were there. So
So
yeah,
I
Burkham.
presumed you took it. If not, I would have. So
Yeah, well, it was in party loot. So yeah, Burkham. I guess
Okay.
Burkham has it.
Yeah, you guys got all that stuff. There isn't anything in the pipe though.
Oh, Finny's very disappointed then.
Winding through a narrow alley, you turn a corner and encounter a dead end. Sudden creepy cackles erupt from behind you, and you spin about to discover a grotesque clown now blocks your path. He's hunched over in a strange contraption that looks like a wooden box with a T-shaped handle. It sits on the ground before him, a coiled wire running from the box directly under your feet. Before you can blink, the fiend yells, "Whoopsie!" and plunges the handle down. Instantly, an eruption of blinding light and colorful confetti fill the air as you feel the ground falling away beneath you. Partially stunned by the blast, you're dimly aware that you are sliding into the bowels of the earth uncontrollably. Finally, you tumble out onto level ground, coming to a sudden stop in a tangle of limbs. Clearing your eyes of dirt, you find yourself in a low cavern filled with a series of linked carts on wheels, each attached to a track made of human bone. Bone tracks lead out of the far end of the chamber into the darkness. Sudden deep rumbling, coupled with clouds of earth tumble from the ceiling above, tells you that there's just seconds to react before you're buried alive.
Jump
So I
in and
guess
get on the
question
coaster.
the question I have is, do you get on the cart or not?
yeah.
Or die? Yeah, get on the cart.
Is anyone not getting on the cart?
Agnar doesn't like to be told what to do.
Okay. Does that mean you're not getting on the cart?
No, I'm getting on the cart.
All right.
But last.
Cirrus, are you getting on the cart?
Yeah, even Daphne's getting on the cart.
Okay. Everybody jumps onto a cart and it begins rolling forward on the bone rails. Once the track exits the chamber, it begins to climb rapidly, the line of carts rocketing forward at dizzying speeds. The eerie lights of the carnival dazzle you as you're launched from the suffocating depths to dizzying heights under the light of the moon. Thousands of polished bones have been used to build this twisting set of tracks, and in the moonlight you realize that your carts are fashioned from crudely stitched human skin, with cushions that are covered with scalps, blood-crusted hair still intact. The quick ascent begins to slow to a crawl at the peak of the first drop, and you notice huge balloons drifting in your direction, dark silhouettes dangling under the balloons by the strings. Suddenly, the silhouettes detach from the strings and begin falling all around you. With horror, you realize they are hairless monkeys with alabaster skin and scorpion tails, the creatures scattering in random directions while preparing to attack. Your stomach suddenly fills your throat as the carts crest over the Bones Trail's peak and begins diving at inhuman speeds. Your screams of fear are almost matched in volume by the screeching simian demons who lash out at you with their demonic tails. Let's roll initiative.
Ooh.
I do have a handout for you.
So did you say the monkeys came out of the balloons?
No, they were floating in the balloons. And Elena, this is going to be handout number 8.
When you say roll initiative,
They were like they're
Roll
holding
initiative with your best person.
Do we have
See.
icons to click on first?
No, this is going to be theater of the mind.
Okay.
You can. Well, don't just. Will it let you click initiative?
I clicked
If
on
you
the
click
party
on
token,
the group, it'll let you do it.
but I think maybe only one of us.
Yeah, because it might over.
Otherwise, it'll all say party. I'll just fix it. Or click on your tokens down at the very bottom in the player
do it.
death count.
I think it still works. It overwrites the party token, but in the chat we can see what everybody rolled.
No, yeah, use your player death count character. That'll work.
I think I ended up as Tiddlefinks in the initiative
all right.
order there.
You want me to roll
That'll
again, Matt, or use the one I already rolled?
No, just use the one you already rolled.
Okay.
All right, so I've got Party, Tiddlefinks, Daphne, Theg, Bass. Lou, did you roll initiative? Yeah, Bass. Warnock?
Looks like I got a 15.
15.
I got a 9.
All right, and these guys got a 12. So is everybody's initiative correct in the tracker?
Yeah.
No, I'm not in the tracker. Well, I was the 7, I guess, for party.
Okay, yeah. So I'll fix it. All right, so Warnock, you're going to be up first.
Okay. So we're above. How high up are we?
You
this
are flying through the air, hundreds of feet in the air to hundreds of feet down into the earth.
Okay. Could Siegfried sort of let himself go and flutter down to the ground, or are we going so fast that couldn't possibly?
It could happen. It would be very difficult. You would fly uncontrollably, and
Okay.
you would have to be very lucky to time it at the right time when you're.
Oh, he's not a lucky rooster.
you
So
would
what he
not
will do
land
is
in the chasm.
he is going to duck down, being a rooster, under where people's feet are, so he's as protected as possible under
Right.
Leonard the Halfling's legs. And Leonard the Halfling is going to use his staff like a lance, sort of jousting out the side of it at one of these monkey things that comes there.
Okay, and there's only 5 of them.
So he'll try to use the momentum of the roller coaster to sort of joust with his staff.
All right, give me an attack roll.
Come on, Leonard. Oh man, I'd never roll
7's gonna
higher
be
than
a
a 10.
miss.
Okay.
All right, Daphne, you're up.
All right.
Exhausted.
So
Finally thought you might have a brief respite in this cart, but it doesn't look that way.
no. So I've got some of these monkey things that Daphne can possibly beat down, right, on her cart, around her cart.
Yeah, everything's kind of within reach. There's kind of one monkey per cart.
All right. Well, she only has one spell that's really super combat ready, so she's going to see if she can get something to happen again with her freezing hands. So she'll see if she can get something there. And on her, what I have not been doing, or not choosing to do, is her material magic is karmic casting. So once again, the recap for the DCC rule: when you first learn a spell for the first time, you roll or figure out how it manifests. In Daphne's freezing hand spell, she got the snow that Matt described. And there's a mercurial magic effect. Each spell is slightly different for each caster, and it's another random determination. And every time she casts that spell, this is theoretically applied. And she has karmic casting. Before making a spell check, the wizard can choose to add or subtract a d5 from the roll. If she adds a d5, the next time she casts it, she must subtract the d5. So it goes back and forth. She starts to use it. And she's going to start to use it. So
Are you adding or subtracting?
I'm adding this time. So let's hope it's useful. Let's see here. This is going to be without the d5. Ooh. Ooh.
So +5 is going to be an 11. Daphne has a
Yeah.
lot of luck left.
She does, but you know what? I think I'm just going to take the lost and failure most likely. Let's see how bad this is.
All right.
All right, so I got a 6, added to 5, that's an 11. She does have a lot of luck left, but you know what? Let's blow 1 point of luck, get that to 12. So she will blow 1d3 points of cold damage on one of these monkeys. Boom, that's 2 points of damage.
You blast into one of the monkeys, and it's like, ah, and it's shaking the snow off of its fur. And what about Scooby Doo?
Can he hit like one of these monkeys with his dagger, I guess?
Absolutely. Give me an attack roll.
All right, sure. Let's you know what? I haven't been giving Scooby Doo any a fair shake here whatsoever. I should give him the chance to prove himself here. All right.
He has
let's see
proved
how
himself.
fumbles work.
What is Scooby
Let's
using
get
as
ready
a
to
weapon?
fumble.
Yes. This is what happens when you give somebody you don't trust a chance. So he's
Give
using
me
a
a
dagger.
give me a luck check with Scooby Doo.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna modify this result a little bit. Your weapon comes loose in your hand just as you go over a big hill, and as you go to stab it, you haven't hit anything. You're still untested. You're still sketchy, jittery. The dagger comes loose and goes clanking over the bone things, falling into the chasm below. Dagger is gone. For your troubles, one of the scorpion monkeys attacks Daphne. Does a 13 hit Daphne?
13 does hit Daphne.
Make me a fort save, please, Daphne.
19.
You take 1 point of damage, and you feel a paralytic effect go through your body, but you're able to fight it off. The other one attacks Scooby Doo. A 7 is probably going to miss.
Yes.
The other one attacks Elion. The 18 hit Elion.
Oh, I'm pretty sure an 18 does hit. Yes.
Elion, give me a fort save, please. And one is also going
17.
to attack Theg. You take 1 point and are able to fight off the paralytic effect.
Okay.
The one that attacks Theg, he is so nasty
Things
and
himself.
evil looking that the monkey actually gets scared trying to attack him. And
Right.
you see the scorpion tail thud into the seat right next to you. And it sticks. The stinger is in there, and it's trying to yank it out. It is going to have to try to yank its stinger out next time. And lastly, this one is going to go after Bass. But I don't think an 8 is going to hit Bass.
Not with his clown nose, baby.
And Bass, it is your turn.
All right, let's. That one that's stuck. Is that within distance of my sword? I don't know
Yes.
how close I am to him. All right, I'm gonna slice its tail off with my short sword here.
All right, give me an attack roll.
Get that going here. 14.
14 hits. Roll me some damage. Gossamer, you're going to be up next.
5 for damage.
You cut its tail off, and then in a sweeping follow through, kind of flip the blade around and stab the monkey in the stomach, and it falls off the carts. The scorpion tail twitching and flexing, whipping about wildly like a loose garden hose.
Grab the balloon.
The balloons are still floating in the air. As soon as they dropped, the balloons went gone.
All right, and then the Sichi's going to use his staff to try to hit one of the monkeys near him.
Now, let's see what you got.
Got a
13
13
hits?
on that. Okay.
The dice are coming back for you guys.
That's actually 3. I forgot to -1 to strength on that.
And were you hitting the one that's already injured or one of the fresh ones?
Fresh one.
You kill it. Stabbing.
Nice.
What are you fighting with?
He's got a wooden staff.
So you blast it with your staff, throwing it over the edge, and as it tries to grab on, you see it just sailing down into the chasm. Gossamer, you're up next.
Right. So we'll do Burkham first. He's gonna pull out this paddle ball that he has, and he's gonna go to the one that was injured, so like the one that's kind of closest to a party member. And he's gonna just start like rapid firing this paddle ball and trying to smack this monkey in the face.
All right, let's see it. You bring it out. You're like, doof, 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 doof.
That is a 7.
7 is going to miss as you're just using this weapon for the first time. The ball
Yeah.
is kind of pinging all over the place except where you want it to.
Like, this thing is useless. And he gets frustrated with it. Meanwhile, Oracle's gonna jump up and pulls out his clubs and he's just gonna start swinging them like baseball bats with both hands, trying to whack whoever's closest.
Okay. 17
17
hits.
for the first one.
Yeah, your
And
club
5 misses.
cracks right into the stomach of the monkey, doubling it over. And your other club comes up and hits it right under the chin, and you see the monkey fall off the cart in slow motion, like, ooh. And that one is done. There are only 2 left. Josh, what do you got?
Short sword into a monkey.
All right, let's see it. Is this Theg or Agnar?
Theg with a 9.
9 is going to miss.
Son of a motherless goat.
What does
And
Agnar
then
got?
Agnar is got a hammer, and he is gonna attack with a 4.
Not going to happen. Mark, it is your turn, and as Fenny was holding out of Tittlefink's hands, as soon as the monkeys came down and dropped onto the cart, Tittlefink's hand dropped out of Fenny's, and you just see him go lifeless in the cart.
And Tiddlethings, you're no good in a battle. Come on. Making us do all the fighting.
No response.
Elion is he's still upset about his falcon being turned into a rat and then eating, and now he's got these monkeys and he's got this rage burning in him. And as one of these is coming closer to him, he's gonna say no and push his hands out with rage to try and cast flaming hands against the monkeys.
Anger and hatred and scorn for everything that's happening here just explodes inside of you, and you feel this power radiating in your body, and you feel like you can channel it. Give me a spell roll.
All right. Now I hadn't rolled my mercurial, so I have to do that too. So we'll
right.
see how that comes out.
See what you get.
Let's see.
Holy crap! Oh, I thought that was the D20 roll.
No,
Okay.
sorry, that's mercurial. What's the 32 on mercurial?
Let's see here.
32.
Circumstantial magic. Wizard can only cast a spell under specific environmental or personal conditions. Roll a d10, please.
Ooh.
Sounds
th-
restricting.
This could get very unrestricting if he rolls an 8. And 8 is he has to cast it while he's naked.
Nice.
But a 5, you
After
can only.
fasting 24 hours, huh?
Yeah, that is tough.
That is tough. Whew. Well, I guess the rage doesn't come out because he had something to eat when he was at that table. So
In fact, it does.
Yeah.
You're only angry when you're naked. Is that how that goes?
No, he did. Luckily, he didn't get an 8. But this one I think is worse, actually.
Yeah.
Fasting 24 hours. That means you can barely eat.
Yeah.
Give me a spell roll anyway, please.
All right. Let's see.
Because it was beautifully described. And as you cast it, your rage emanates from your fingers in small flame-like bursts. But because you've eaten, it's kind of suppressed. And you now know that if you starve yourself, your rage will burn and build into an inferno. Anything
Right.
else?
So, Barclay then, after seeing this, is going to step a little away from Elion, and he's going to try with his trusty mole mallet to see if he can swing close enough at one of these creatures as it comes flying by.
There are only 2 left. One of them is injured.
Ooh.
Do you want to hit the injured one or the uninjured one?
Yes, the injured one is a 17 for 5 damage on
You smash into that thing, and it is crushed beneath your hammer blow into the seat. The bones just compressing like an accordion.
All right, and Finney's just she's gonna stay low for now.
All right, Warnock. You've been hiding, gaining a +4 to your AC. You avoided attack, but there's only one left. You come out from hiding?
Siegfried is going to come out like a wild rooster. And he is going,
Right.
as always, for the eye. See what he can do. Oh, 12.
12 is very close.
Siegfried has no luck. He has a luck of
Siegfried
3.
has 2 luck, right?
Siegfried has 3 luck.
Right.
What the hell? You only live once. He'll burn 1 point of luck.
A 13 hits, and Siegfried, roll me a D100, please. 3 points of damage is mighty indeed. And as you rake your hooked claws onto its face, pecking at its eyeballs, you indeed puncture one and pop it right out. And
Nice.
the monkey screams blinded after you're pecking and pecking and pecking. And it's trying to swat and knock you back. It falls over the edge, plummeting in a lifeless tumble into the dark depths. And just as this happens, you guys have been zipping up and down on these carts. The ride enters into a covered platform, back on the level of ground that you left on with a hiss. The corpse of a villager lies mangled on the platform. Probably some other villager that has been searching for the children and being thrown from the ride. He's wearing a clown nose and has a partially deflated balloon tied to one wrist and a shattered lantern tied to the other.
Oh, Daphne knows exactly what to do. She goes over and unmasks him.
Taking off the nose, you do notice that there is also a pouch along his waist, and you can tell that this person is Bertram, the shoemaker who fell.
Does that mean something to anybody, or that's just
Just
flavor?
Yeah.
People are becoming clowns. 'Cause it, you know,
Yeah, like it's
people are
somebody we
fighting
knew
our
from the
villagers.
village.
Yeah.
But so is the clown nose the same clown nose that you got on there, or is it like is he getting transformed or something?
I don't know. Cirrus would have to put it on.
I don't think I'm going to be doing that.
The one that I'll tell you, the one that Bass is wearing is red. This one is blue. All right, but you have that in your possession. You guys have landed at the terminal safely. Is there anything anyone else would like to do?
Yeah,
Judgy.
Burkham is looking down at this paddleball thing and like feeling that it's just dumb and useless and fiddly. And he's gonna go over to Oracly and he's gonna say, "Hey, Oracly, I'll trade you this like super cool paddleball thing for your crossbow." And Oracly will look at it and be like super excited and be like, snatch out of his hand and says, "Heck yeah, that's a steal of a deal." And they trade up.
No. Oracly should say, no, I don't want that, but you get me something else, and have it go through the whole party where we have to do this big exchange thing, and then one person says no, and it all falls apart, like in one of those episodes like MASH or something, where they're trying to. Never mind. Sorry, go ahead.
All right, so picking out this villager body, you've already got the nose, Cirrus. He's got a partially deflated balloon tied to one wrist, a shattered lantern. Does anybody want either of those two items?
Yeah, I mean, we'll grab it all.
All
Is
right.
there a slide in the lantern? Does he have one of those magic picture slides?
No, this is a lantern.
Just regular.
he
Okay.
also has a pouch containing 3 darts. Does anybody want that? Roll a d20 if you want it.
All right.
You get
Darts,
a-
you
the
say?
pouch comes with the darts. So if you want it, roll me a d20. Oh,
Whoa! I'm not even gonna bother now.
yeah, now you guys get the big rolls. All right, Warnock.
Right?
Damn.
That's awesome.
Warnock, you have a pouch with 3 regular darts in it. That is going to be our time tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I imagine that they are going to get into the final battle next session. And don't forget,
Wow.
we will be raffling off. We didn't do the raffle. Holy crap.
Do the raffle quick.
We will be raffling off a signed David Beatty copy of Carnival of the Damned. And Elena, can you tell us who our lucky winner is?
No, that's not this time.
I know, that's next time. But for this time, the PDF donated by Zerathon.
No. It's just gonna be a $10 gift certificate. I'll just need their email, and it'll get sent straight to their email.
I will find out whoever it is, and I will track them down. What number did we get, Elena?
Give me a D11.
Elena, you are muted.
Oh. Twitch heard me, but you guys didn't. Give me a D11 roll. We'll choose it that way.
Number 1. Who was number 1?
Tim Satley.
Again? Didn't Tim win before?
Congrats, Tim.
It pays to watch.
Lucky bastard.
So what I'll
Yes.
do is I'll walk over to Tim's house, like we're promised for the final giveaway, and I will give him the $10.
And
'Cause
Tim, I
he's in-
think Tim was in the chat, most of the night. So well deserved.
Yeah.
Well deserved,
Yeah.
Tim.
Congratulations, Tim.
Now your
I have his
brother-in-law owes you $10. That was very easy.
I'll take
All
him
right.
over to our friendly local game store, which is Games Plus.
Lou, is your Kickstarter still going on?
Still going on?
Drop it in
Lost
chat, man.
those-
I don't know if we can drop links into chat, but if you
Yeah.
can, Kickstarter, what's
Can't
it
we?
called, Lou? Time Lost Citadel?
That is correct.
Check
No,
out
you
Lou-
you get it. You win it, Tim. Congratulations.
yeah, give it to Tim. Check out MCC's hottest new adventure, The Time Lost Citadel by Lewis Hoffer. And we've got Romance of the Cyclops Con coming up. Cirrus, last words? Gossamer?
Good night, everyone. That was a great session. I love the combats.
What?
Thanks for
Warnock?
watching.
Mark?
See you next week.
Or
Josh,
2
you got any
weeks?
last words?
Why am I? No, I request not to be shot.
All right. Lou? All right.